Because we could have gone on for like 2 more hours.
Yeah, no, we could have.
The one with Dominic and Tony.
Kind of crazy part. We started.
We already started?
Yeah, one of the things was with Liz, though, is that we, like, started talking before the podcast had even started. And, like, it was really nice flowing conversations before the podcast started. And I was just like, all of these things are explicit, and we're not going to be able to talk about them on the podcast. And so there was a part that was, like, kind of awkward that we had to, like, cut out half of our talking points because we're in fucking... Yeah, we started. Because half of our fucking talking points aren't allowed to be spoken of because of the fucking U.S. government and the school educational system. But the fact that we're like, oh yeah, freedom of speech, but then like you get to a podcast or you have to go record something, you realize how bullshit freedom of speech is. Yeah. Like if you ever try to record yourself and you try to like just thoughtlessly upload it, go ahead. Try to thoughtlessly upload something onto the internet in 2020. You can't. Good fucking luck.
You barely even swear on YouTube.
I mean, I don't give a fuck, but
no
like, yeah, that's partly.
Guys.
I'm saying, yeah.
That's part of the fucking problem. All right, well, you just fucking finally recorded your first episode. It's out.
Actually, 2 episodes.
2 episodes
That was
now?
really
We were
good.
supposed to be recording right now with
I liked it.
you.
Yeah, no, we were supposed to record one, but Dominic flanked us.
He's recording with his sister. He's recording the podcast with the Camilla.
Is he actually doing one with Camilla?
No.
That'd be
Classic
that'd be funny.
Gringbat.
No.
Hashtag Gringbat moment.
How is everything?
Slur, you know, right?
No, it's not. He made that up.
Yeah, why?
Well, like the first part of it.
Gringo
Green?
is white person in like Spanish, I'm pretty sure.
Is that a slur? Technically, I mean, we're white people.
I'm
so does it
Mexican.
matter?
I'm Mexican.
No, you're not.
Yo.
got
I
this.
just figured out Charlie's microphone was muted.
So, guys.
Yeah. I mean,
No.
No, that's fine.
no.
You can
How
probably
long are we
hear
in?
it from just
2
leaking
minutes. 2 minutes of Charlie's microphone
Honestly,
being muted.
Pretty
Suck
good
it up.
episode.
We didn't want to hear Charlie anyways.
Over. Yeah, fucking-
Let's go. I wanted to hear Charlie too.
You probably
He's
talk
a
loud
pretty
enough
cool
that
guy.
you could hear it.
Nobody likes.
All right.
Nobody likes hearing themselves.
We're just.
I like hearing myself.
I like
No,
how
I
we
don't.
get
I'm kidding. I
started
don't at
before
all.
we figured out all the technical difficulties. Like, there's no figuring out
No.
what's the problem is. We just go.
Oh, have you turned on the computer yet? Have you turned on the monitor? Have you turned on the?
Hopefully.
Are
We're
we
not
recording?
too sure. I don't know.
Are we in real life?
Oh, shut the fuck
You
up.
can't be doing that to me.
You
There's-
can't
there's
be
no
saying
I
way
will.
shit
to-
I
like
will
that.
freak out.
There's no
2
way to know.
minutes into the
There's no
podcast.
way to
Wake
prove
up.
that you're real.
Shut up.
The-
Fucking prick. Yeah, so what's been going on? I feel like everything's been like kind of chill. There's like a bunch of shit. I guess about COVID now. There's like a whole bunch of fucking shit that it's
fake.
getting worse.
It's not real.
But like you know,
Yeah, it's
does
not even
anyone-
real. So.
anyone
I said that with a mask
anyone
on.
care anymore?
No.
Actually, like there are people who care and there are people who are dying, and you know, obviously it's a real concern and whatnot. But like,
Nah, it's not real anymore.
but
The
like
vaccine
you
is
know,
out.
you gotta go do something. I mean,
I'm
we're
gonna keep
fucking
doing
9 months
something.
into this thing.
I mean, I'll wear a mask in like public places, but I mean,
yeah,
I'm not gonna. I don't know.
I went to an auto body shop because I got into an accident. By the way,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that was
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, I got into an accident.
Yeah.
It was,
Callie died.
Yeah, my sister's dead.
Where's the body?
basically? But
When?
Where's the body?
it was would you fucking relax, Noah Bolito over
I
there,
was gonna
son?
start to know.
Fucking relax, sir. But fucking
Noah's a
necrophilia.
necrophiliac.
But you,
It's not that bad. Like,
yeah, no. It was the last intersection at Target, right up there, and it got real icy. And I wasn't even I wasn't even going over the speed limit or anything like that. I was like,
I was just drunk as shit.
yeah, I was just obviously intoxicated as fuck.
It wasn't my fault. I was too drunk.
Dude, seriously, relax. It was the alcohol and the cocaine.
Yeah.
Like, would you just fucking relax?
it was because you were shooting up while one hand, you took both hands off the wheel while
Right.
shooting up, so it
Exactly.
kind of distracts you a little bit sometimes.
It sometimes does. Not
Usually
often.
it's fine. Usually it's fine though.
Yeah. Well, I
was actually
was
asleep.
I was on ice and I hit the
That sounds like
Turn
you said you
too
were on
fast.
like a slang for like
yeah
Coke.
Coke. Yeah, I was on ice.
I was on some ice.
I was on snow. But no, I was turning on ice and I just hit it too far and the tires went. Nope, we're not turning
Yeah.
with you.
Yep.
And I hit a snowbank.
That hasn't happened to me yet. And I'm glad it hasn't happened to me. I'm scared to get in an accident.
That happened
I'm
to-
so scared.
Yeah, my dad said it was gonna be a couple $1,000s. Yeah, we took it today. My dad was like, "Yeah, that's at least gonna be $2,000." We went to the first person we went to today. Is like, maybe $1,000, maybe.
Yeah,
Usually
that-
around 800. I
Okay.
Was it the
I mean,
red
that still
car?
sucks.
Yeah, it
Wait,
still
was it-
sucks,
was
but
it
it's
better
a
than
lot different than
Yeah.
minimum
Do you
$2,000.
have to
Yeah.
pay, Chris?
What?
Do you have to pay?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay half.
That's
reasonable.
sucks.
Yeah, no,
It sucks,
of course.
but it's reasonable.
It's
Did you have
reasonable,
anybody in the car with
but
you while
I
you got in
mean,
the accident?
for Easton kids, most of that would,
Yeah, most
they're
of
giving me a real hard time
They'll give
to
them
most
money.
to
They'll
most Easton kids here.
Yeah.
Most of
Asian
them, they
kids, they'll
just pay
get
for it.
money.
They don't even.
Just for their troubles.
Yeah.
They don't even pay
Do you
for
want-
the
or
gas.
do you have,
They a little
uh,
pink card?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you'd be compensated for the trauma you were given in
Yeah.
the car accident.
Yeah.
Wait, was it the red car?
Yeah, it was the red car.
Mm.
We duct tape.
You might need to do a little more repairs. I hit it when I came in.
Oh, that's
Wasn't my fault,
fucking
I was drunk.
fantastic.
So, what's your any new rules on you driving? By your
Any new
parents?
rules? I haven't asked to take out the car.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Were they mad?
there- what?
Were they mad?
My dad was pissed. My
Oh,
dad
yeah.
lied about the price.
Huh?
Yeah. I would be pissed if I was your
Yeah,
dad.
no, he was mad.
Yeah. That's understandable. Yeah. Yeah.
I could get like rear-ended by an 18 wheeler and die, and my dad would be pissed at me somehow.
You should have swerved out of the way.
Yeah, seriously, what the fuck are you doing? Come on now.
Wouldn't even go to your funeral.
So that fucking happened. Which is whatever, dude. The insurance when you get into an accident, why is
Oh,
it
yeah,
like?
yeah.
How the fuck am I more scared and more affected by the aftermath of the accident than the actual
100%.
accident?
Especially like dudes our age, since like it's the highest rate of crashes.
Yeah, they just jack
If
up
you get
your
in
insurance.
one crash at like 18,
Yeah,
you fucked for a while.
yeah, no, exactly. Which is
sucks.
why
Yeah. It sucks.
we'll
I think
probably
it's like
have to
groups
pay or
like
whatever
from
under the
18 to
table.
25 have the highest insurance. Boys.
Yeah, well,
So,
what are you gonna do? Fucking American capitalism for you. It's kind of fucked how that works. The whole insurance thing is so
I don't get
fucked.
insurance.
Like, and then you.
I know.
That's
to
one
file?
thing I don't understand. I just don't
No.
really understand insurance.
Why can't you just save your money and then pay when you get into an accident?
It's supposed to
yeah.
be cheaper.
I understand life
It's
insurance. I think
Yeah,
life
no, I
insurance-
understand.
Life insurance makes
some
sense.
insurances.
Yeah, like life insurance makes sense. Like
Right.
because if there's one person in your family that like has a job and they supply for the whole family and then they die, like you're gonna need some money.
Yeah, but
Right.
like car insurance, I don't get because usually, like some people just don't use it because they're scared to use it because then their rates go up. So then it ends
Yeah.
up costing more.
Right.
Exactly.
So why
Exactly,
haven't
but
they
they're
first-
still paying for. Apparently, it's a law though that you have to have car insurance.
Yeah,
It is.
They-
Yeah.
they-
That
yeah.
is fucked.
Yeah.
It's the amount you carry. It's not. It depends. Like Massachusetts, you do, but I don't think certain places you have to.
Of course, fucking Democrats over here, they're fucking insane. Get your fucking car insurance. You are forced to be in. Forced fucking unions and shit. Dude, there's some shit about the Democratic stuff, like the unions and like insurance and shit like that. That's so shady. I mean, just so fucking shady.
Yeah.
I like it's when people say about like how much the minimum wage is here, like of how high it is, which is crazy. What
It
is
is
it?
good here.
What is it? $11?
Yeah, I think
It's raising to 15. I think
That's
Okay.
ridiculous.
The fact that
It doesn't make sense because you can't really go like. You kind of either have to go full out or nothing with minimum wage. If
Yep.
you're gonna have minimum wage, you can't just set it to 7. I think the federal
Right.
is like 7.25,
right.
which doesn't make sense because 7.25 in Texas is a lot different from 7.25 in California.
Massachusetts or California,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, very different.
And yeah, no, it's super weird the way the minimum wage works. I remember what was his name? He was on I think it was Steve. It was Steve fucking something. I don't know. But
Steve-O?
no. He was a billionaire who ran a company of some
Steve
sort.
Lacy.
He was
Jobs.
on the Joe Rogan
Peter Schiff.
Yeah, Peter Schiff.
Oh,
There
Peter
we go. Thank you. Yeah, Peter Schiff.
Where
Steve.
did Steve come from?
Kanye West.
Probably Shift. They both start out with S's. Close enough.
Yeah. Not even the
Um,
same sound as.
Yeah,
Paul?
pretty much. But you fucking have these. Peter Schiff says that if you don't have the minimum wage at all, you'll get way more jobs. And the reason why a lot of companies are switching to computers and things like that, like AI and like things to do small jobs like telemarketers, the reason why you have like all these machines is because they've raised the minimum wage really high. And I think one of the huge things here that gets me super frustrated is that go try and find a job at 13.
Yeah.
You can't.
can't.
Like, you can't. It's nearly impossible at 14 and 15.
I think-
Nearly. You can do
You
it.
can. It's hard though.
You can. It's really hard. Like,
Yeah.
extremely
It is
difficult. I would argue that getting a job as 14 and 15 in Massachusetts is way harder than getting drugs in Massachusetts.
Oh well, yeah. For
It's like
sure.
one like the
For
if you
sure.
looked at like easy scale, like if you had a scale, which one is way easier?
Yeah, dude,
Getting
no.
drugs is way easier.
drugs
than
go
getting a
to
job.
you.
Yeah,
You
they
can just be like, yeah, sure, and then you have it.
yeah, no, there's no jobs that just fall on your doorstep.
you have to
but
go and
drugs
search
will.
for them.
If you sit
Yeah,
there and
hell
just
yeah.
wait long
Like
enough
high
in
school,
life,
yeah, people will.
drugs will just fall on your lap.
Molly is Halloween candy.
That happens.
What?
Yeah,
They use Molly as Halloween
Some
candy.
random kid, I won't say his name, but he started working at Shaw's recently. He comes up and he goes, "You smoke?"
yeah.
come on,
It was so
come on, man, you smoke? Yeah,
Yeah,
Smoking?
if you go to like a normal party, like it's high school, there's gonna be stuff there, and it's gonna be in arm's reach.
yeah, no. Parties are crazy.
It's like I feel like minimum wage having a flat rate doesn't really make sense because should a 14-year-old getting a summer job make the same as someone trying to like
Support
provide?
family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right.
it has to be. If you're going to have a minimum wage, it has to be more flexible.
Right.
Because like
Well,
if you think about
you
it,
should
if
let
you
kids
don't-
have a job.
yeah, if you don't have minimum wage, no one's gonna take a job for $0 unless it's like an apprenticeship to learn something.
Yeah.
But if you value, say, okay, $7.25 an hour, that $7.25 turns to zero.
I've been scammed out of money probably 4 times, I want to say. And like the last time was absolutely the worst, and I'm still recovering from it. And it's like my thing now of like if anybody asks for money, it's an automatic no for me at this point.
Yeah.
But like I think about all that, and I think to myself like I've only been making money for 2 years. Like if you
Yeah.
look at like the grand scheme of things, like I was in middle school longer than I've been making money. I was
sure.
in elementary school longer than I was making money. I was like in all these different things I've put more time to than been making money.
Yeah.
Of course you're gonna fuck up with money.
Yeah.
Like there are companies and industries that run off of scamming people. I don't know, like especially in Nigeria. Nigeria now is one of the biggest capitals for scammers. Like if you have an
Should move there.
entire industry knowing about scamming and scamming off of Americans, of course the kids are gonna get fucking scammed. They're kids. Like
Yeah.
of course I'm gonna get fucking
like
scammed.
college.
I've only been making money for 2 years. If you had a child, right, a 10-year-old, who you let them make a small amount of money, right, like not like a lot, but like $4 an hour,
What would their job be?
$3 an hour. I don't know, like whatever the fuck they want to do. Standing outside, and they could be one
Standing
of those
outside doing what?
standing outside and asking for people for
Oh, yeah,
charity
yeah,
donations,
yeah.
or like
They're
just-
getting scammed.
just something
sure.
small like that,
Yeah.
right? But like they're gonna get scammed, but learning that lesson of not being able to get scammed by 12 is
Yeah,
different
I feel
than
like-
learning
Yeah,
that
because you're not
lesson
going to be
by
making
17.
real money.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the information, the amount of harm that's done is significantly less than you are older. And I think
Yeah.
these lessons are good to learn.
I think it's
younger.
important, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it-
But
you-
the fact that they're not also taught in schools is
Yeah.
fucking atrocious.
I think it's like past the need for child labor laws. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with a 10-year-old working at
no.
I don't know, 7-Eleven.
Well,
in
it's
the
so
summer.
crazy that like one of the reasons why I couldn't work at a specific job I wanted was because of chemicals. That there were certain chemicals that needed to be used while washing things that you're not permitted to do at the age of 15 in Massachusetts. And now we're in COVID, and they spray chemicals over everything. There are teachers that will accidentally spray chemicals in your face at school. Like, they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that? You can't
funny.
work, but like these teachers are now able to just fucking spray you in the face accidentally.
You know that freezer at work? There's like one freezer that says you can't go in it if you're under 15.
It's fucking crazy.
It's so random.
It's so crazy. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
And there was one of the things that gets me off just so fucking much is
Gets you off.
it gets me off. Really just fucking really gets me going.
Child labor.
Yeah, facts. But no. At work,
So
you're
we
not
fucking
allowed
BDSM.
to have water.
Yeah, that's
How-
FDA rules. It's
how-
like it's not even their rules. It's something higher above them that they can't allow. It's so.
Right. And I've been yelled at by my boss, which, like, it's really hard because I get it, right? She's the manager and she has to be the one in charge and has to set forth all the rules. And she says that the fine for having water
It's so
is
much.
$1,000.
It's so much.
That's like months.
Where the fuck
work.
is my union
That's
money
more than
going?
your car repair.
Yeah, no,
wait, but
if I would have had to pay a like drinking water fine, that would take me like 2 months.
what?
Yeah.
How fucking insane is that? That you are being forced to go to work with a mask on. That, like, working through all these conditions, the state doesn't give a fuck, by the
No.
way. They haven't raised minimum wage at all. They don't give a fuck. They pretend that they do, but they don't give a fuck. They do all these things.
Locally, they have. Federally, they haven't in like a decade.
But I'm talking about with Corona.
Oh yeah.
Like probably some companies have, but most companies don't give a fuck.
Hey, Amazon didn't, and people
Dude.
were mad, right?
Yeah, but
no,
like
I wouldn't be-
But like,
I
I didn't get a fucking minimum wage.
It's
wage.
even
like
Yeah.
who
$2
did?
extra was so much money. You could ask like Matt. Me and Matt started working for just $2 extra an hour. It's so much more.
It's so much more.
And it's like
over
not-
time,
it's
it,
not
like
that much. Like if I work 6 hours, that's $12 extra.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like over time, over a long period of time, it's fucking a tremendous
It
amount.
builds
of money.
up, yeah.
But
Like, when you're making more money, you spend more money at the place you work.
right.
So it adds back, comes back.
It's also like 20% of your salary.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is
A lot.
huge chunk. 'Cause
Yeah.
Imagine you're getting paid $100,000 a year. You bump it up to $120,000.
That's
Yeah.
that's a whole different.
$20K in your pocket.
Yeah.
Chungus.
The most insane thing
Another
that
car.
the most crazy
Per year.
thing in Massachusetts by far is the tax returns. They're so
It's so
crazy in such an insane system that was somehow passed
confusing.
that like we now have to live through and just accept.
It's so
Dude,
confusing.
the idea that the government takes your money, right? And knowing that the amount of money they are taking away from you is not equal to like what other people are making and what percentage of money they're being taken out of, to the point where they have to give money back at the end of the year. But they only give the money back if you send in the claims. If you
it's
show
weird.
the paperwork, if you prove that
It's
you
an-
earned that money, you just fucking took it away. And now I have to prove that I earned it back? What the fuck is that? What law? Who looked at this and said that that's a great idea?
It's intentionally confusing.
It's intentionally confused, and most people don't give a fuck. They take that money, and then most people don't fill out the tax returns. There's a lot of fucking lazy people out there who are just like, fuck it.
Yeah,
All
there's-
this paperwork
there's
to
people that
get
have, like,
my
thousands
money
of dollars
back,
in unclaimed.
fuck you. And that's why people are moving to Texas and Florida.
Yeah.
That's the reason why people are moving in the fuck out of Massachusetts and democratic cities, because these fucking insane laws. And like these people, there are a lot of people in high school who talk about like all these policies but don't actually work.
Dude.
And it's like, you have no
They
idea. You're
see a
sitting
little
on your
Instagram
phone.
post. I hate that shit.
Like you have no fucking idea what you're talking about. And then they just completely fucking undermine everyone else's perspectives. Like, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. The people who have been working 18 hours a day, who really, like, carry this, like, the people who work 18 hours a day, I don't think understand. They carry this country forward.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos carries this country, and to some
yeah.
degree, not fully. Like, if you kill
Amazon
Jeff,
is-
If Amazon's not in the country, we're destroyed.
Amazon
It's an
is-
American company, and it's the biggest company in
in
the
the
world.
in the world. Yeah.
so like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Why the fuck are you going after him 24/7?
Yeah. Exactly. I don't give a fuck. You know what's something cool? There was some person, and I think like my parents knew them, and they've been working. So you know, like the big like companies or corporations or whatever that made the vaccine for
Yeah.
Corona. One of them, this girl was working there for 6 months, and part of her job was like she got something in like the stock, and
Okay.
like she had only been working there for like 6 months, and her dad checked the thing.
Yeah.
And if she withdrawed, she could just get 50K right there. And
Okay.
she'd only been working there for 6 months.
Yeah.
And the person that was working there for 2 years, for only 2 years, could take out like 2 million.
That's
It's like part of their job. They get stock, and since the vaccine, they made the vaccine, they just have all that money. And like people that have been working there for like 10 years, probably have ridiculous like millions, like 10 millions, 10 million.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they could
so
just,
you're talking.
they could just
so
have that.
So the companies. Hold on. So
Some
let me get
companies
this
paying
straight.
stock.
So the companies that are making these vaccines, the people who are like
Employed
into
under.
stock, employed under these companies, who specifically work in stock.
No. They just like
No, there's
all the people that they employ.
Yeah.
They have an like I don't really know like the details that much.
there's some companies that pay you in like stock.
Like they have
Right.
an option to like have
Like,
some.
I'm pretty
stock.
sure Tesla, you can opt to have your salary in like Tesla stocks.
I think
well,
it's
that was the
something
scale.
different. It's like
It's
The
something
sliding
like
scale, right?
like that where
Yeah.
you get
it's
paid
just something.
in their stock.
Part of the job comes with some stock.
Yeah.
It's something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
My mom literally she gets like no risk stock through her because her company
That's
her
insane.
company basically manages
Yeah.
stocks and like retirement funds.
Like, yeah.
And so she invests in her company for like at a no risk
Oh,
fee.
yeah.
It's
What are you
pretty,
looking
it's pretty
at?
cool.
Stock.
Stunk.
Okay, so I'm looking up
Oh wait, never mind.
vaccine companies.
I think it's Pfizer and
Pfizer and Moderna are the
Moderna.
two FDA approved.
Tens of
vaccines.
thousands of federal workers can expect to receive. No, that's not what we want. BioNTech says it could produce vaccine for COVID-19 variant. Dude, I'm dyslexic as fuck. I need a Jamie.
Beyond Tech.
This is so
BioNTech?
unfair. I don't know. I don't think I can find it.
I see that one.
I can't see anything that says these people are making a lot more money.
Pfizer
Well, it
guaranteed.
exists. I promise you, it
Yeah.
happened.
Just a
Okay.
little off topic, but Pfizer guaranteed a vaccine to every American that wants one by
June.
June
right?
2021.
And they guarantee
Pfizer
that
did?
too.
And that's just Pfizer.
That's
we have
bullshit.
more companies.
usually
That's
like
bullshit.
like a huge company like that will be like, we suspect that it will be open to the
And they
public,
were-
but they guarantee it. That's nice.
That's sick too,
That's
because we were like down 100 million vaccines at one point. There was some like weird like funding and shit like that
Yeah.
Pfizer didn't accept, or like it was something weird. But there was a way to guarantee 100 million vaccines to America, and it fell through.
Oh.
But we're still getting it all by June.
Yeah, I
2020.
don't know about that. I think that
Will you
that's
take it?
bullshit. I think that that's false advertising. If you ask me, remember
mean,
there was
It's free.
what?
It's free.
What, the vaccine?
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Get it
well,
for free.
It should be. Testing's not.
Testing?
They're making
Testing?
so much money off of
That's
testing
one thing
that
I
they
was
can
good
give
about
the
insurance. I
vaccine
got it for
free.
$10.
What?
That's nice.
I got testing for like $10.
Yeah, no, you can get some places for free, but the most well-known and the most easier to get places are fucking $150.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I've
sucks.
had
Insane amounts.
And with like
You
some of them
can't get
have
in
ridiculously
Pennsylvania.
long lines too.
Yeah, you can't get them in Pennsylvania. Good luck
So-
getting a test in Pennsylvania.
that varies by state. That's
It
what's-
varies by state as well, which is why one of the reasons why this is so complicated
Yeah,
is
it
because
sucks.
every state is handling this differently, and like you can't get a fucking
like-
test in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, like
it's
if
just
I were to
not
say I
gonna
have a
happen.
runny nose in Massachusetts, I could get one tomorrow.
Right. It's
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
crazy. The idea that you have to have symptoms to get tested for a disease where the
You
entire
could be asymptomatic.
premise
Yeah,
of like the
whole
lockdown,
reason-
the masks, like all of these things were all based around
Asymptomatic, yeah.
asymptomatic people. That's what the fuck are we doing here?
The whole reason it spreads is because you don't know if you're
Yeah.
sick.
If you don't know if you're sick.
You know,
from-
like,
so the
imagine-
one thing that literally proves if you're sick or not is now like overly priced and
And
it
it's
now
hard
has
to get.
specific rules
Yeah.
and is hard to get. That's so crazy.
Yeah,
That's so
they-
crazy.
they
And
get-
you've had 10 months to do this. The idea that you've had 10 months to figure out COVID supply things, right? And to try and get these hospitals up to date, try to make more beds and try to do all these things. Yet there's not more wiggle room when it comes to high schooler project assignments is so stupid and crazy. Oh my god, look at this fucking faggot. Look at this fucking bitch right here. Look at this fucking bitch right here. Look, what do we have here? We
What's
have
up?
fucking Matt. We got fucking Matt on here.
Badass Chris Push guy.
Oh my fucking god, look at this bitch right here. Come get
Celebrity
on the
appearance.
microphone. Say hello.
What's up, Matt?
Say hello. Say hello. We're recording.
What's up, Daddy?
You're fucking gay. You're fucking gay, kid. You're fucking gay, kid.
Yeah.
Yo,
We're trying to talk about serious subjects over here.
Fun.
Kid's kind of stressing me out.
Sure.
Sus. Dude, how good are the Among Us memes right now?
I haven't seen any.
Really? I think they're pretty good. I like
Oh,
them.
actually no, I have. I haven't been on Instagram much, but they're good.
Yeah.
Did you say Among Us?
What are? Look at these two idiots here. Look at this fucking idiot. Would you stop?
Chris.
God.
Do you like Man? Did you listen to Man on the Moon 3?
Man, yeah, I did. I mean,
Did you like it?
I listened to like. I think I didn't sit down and listen through the whole thing, but like I've heard every song at some point. Like it probably was in the background
liked
for
it.
some of them, but
I
like,
loved it.
I
I
loved
liked
it.
it.
I
I
loved
thought-
it.
I didn't love it.
I thought it was like. Good.
I love it.
It's
like
not the best I've ever
trap,
seen.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh well, I mean, I wasn't saying
Trap
that.
is
It's like
not my type of stuff. There's like a specific type of trap that I really like.
That's J. Cole.
J. Cole is not trap.
No, KOD.
KOD is
Okay,
trap.
well yeah, but that's he's not a trap artist.
I know.
But like yeah, but he's right. Like the KOD, the ASAP Rocky,
A$AP Rocky's
Schoolboy
great.
Q.
They're like
they're like
rap mixed with trap. Like if you go full
Yeah.
trap, it's different than like that kind
yeah,
of trap.
it is. But
Yeah,
there's
yeah, I
like
would say I'll call
a
it
type of their music where like if you hear really good music, there's like or like the beginning notes of Bohemian Rhapsody or this Stairway to Heaven. There's like a certain sound that those songs have where it like demands your attention.
Yeah.
I don't know how to like else to describe it or why that happens, but there's something about really great music that
It
demands
just
that
separates.
attention.
It just like
Right.
there's music and then there's music that you're like,
Yeah.
oh damn, this
Yeah.
is really why I listen to music.
Exactly.
Like Vamp
Yeah.
Anthem.
And
yeah.
ASAP Rocky can get to those levels.
Oh, for sure,
Like
you can
they're
absolutely.
One Train.
Have you listened to Testing?
If
Yeah.
you hear
What?
the first note of Runaway, you're
Yeah, the first note of Runaway.
First
is
note of
the-
This
Runaway, you're
kid is
turned on
like saying
instantly.
weird shit over
First
I
here.
don't know what Matt was saying.
first
we-
note of Runaway.
He said
He's
that
talking about
A$AP
A$AP
Rocky,
can suck his dick.
Yeah.
I mean, me too. He's an attractive dude.
A$AP
D-
Rocky was
despite
supposed to be
his-
like the next Jay-Z.
What?
People called him the next Jay-Z.
People are calling
Um,
Travis Scott the next Drake.
Yeah.
That's.
Which, I mean,
But
they're
Dra-
like.
That's like.
But Drake.
I
I
see
don't
that.
think Drake's one of the best anymore.
I think.
I don't think he's a goat.
I think.
Although I'm white, so-
He
I don't
sells
know
too
yet.
much
I don't
music.
know. I don't
I'm
know.
white as well.
Matt, change.
Matt, fucking get the
Yo,
fuck
Matt,
out.
put pants
You
on,
don't-
Matt. You have your pants.
Get the fuck out. You don't have a microphone.
People say Kanye is a modern Da Vinci.
Who's people? Who's people?
Here's
Who's
the
people?
problem with Kanye.
Who's people?
As much as I love
the
Kanye,
people in Paris.
he only has
He
only has
the brothers.
music. Like that's the only thing Kanye has is music. Like the
He's also really rich.
That's incorrect. He has a fashion line,
yeah,
which is
but
art. Which
Andrew,
is art.
Andrew
He has a-
Schultz,
he has a
Andrew
hot wife.
Schultz-
He has a hot
Andrew-
wife.
Hold on. Andrew Schultz talked about this, and he had a great point. Is that fashion is almost fake because the people who are cool, whatever they wear, will be cool. That's how fashion works.
Because he's cool. Yeah.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
that-
So
that makes
whatever
sense.
Kanye wears, it's gonna be cool because not because of what it is, but because
Yeah.
Kanye
Like
wears
if you
it.
saw some guy in the street wearing some of Kanye's
Right.
outfits, it would be so funny.
Why is Odd Future so successful?
Because
Why?
donuts?
Because it's Okay.
Ugh.
Because it's Tyler the creator.
Yeah, and it's Tyler the
well,
Creator, Frank
then again,
Ocean.
there's
Franco,
people,
it's
About-
all
yeah.
of them. It's
there's
all
people
of
that
them.
Not
have
ASAP.
no idea what Odd Future is that wear the clothes.
Jasper.
What?
There's
Taco.
people that don't know Odd Future and still wear the clothes.
But it wouldn't be cool if it weren't for them.
That's true.
It would have
People
never
wouldn't
gotten
think
recognition in the first
It
place.
wouldn't have
That's- yeah,
gotten
yeah.
recognition if it weren't for
Yeah.
them in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, there are very few companies that can do that. Like, Rip and Dip is one of the very few that I've seen. But even Rip and Dip,
That's like-
they play really great games. Like,
Yeah.
the moves that you see from them
Yeah.
is really
If you're
cool.
not already established
That's it.
as a big famous person, you have to make those. You have to make those big moves to be successful.
Yeah, that's like-
if you're coming out of nothing.
and what they do
Yeah.
is they get people to wear their clothes.
Yeah, that's like
That's the
Kylie-
biggest things. And they do collabs with these other companies. That's
Smart.
one of the coolest things that they do.
That's like Kylie's makeup. Do you think Kylie Jenner would be a billionaire
Yeah.
if she wasn't
No way.
Kylie Jenner?
No,
And she
this is
sells her
fucking stupid.
makeup for like
Expensive, right?
10 times the
E-
price of normal makeup.
Even
And
if
it's
her
like
makeup's,
normal
like,
quality,
I'm
right?
sure
It's probably a
her-
little better. It's
I'm
probably
sure
a
her
little better.
makeup's like good, but like,
Probably-
do you think
probably,
if
like-
she was just a nobody and started that company, she'd be a billionaire right now?
No.
No, nobody would buy it because they'd be like, "Oh, that's so much money." Like that's so. And who's Kylie? Who's Kylie? And why does she have these cosmetic items?
Oh, yeah, we were talking about
Okay,
this
it's cosmetic.
yesterday. We were on with Liz, where it was she was saying like
Liz
hype-
reminds me of the song Vamp Anthem.
what?
Liz reminds me of the song Vamp Anthem.
Don't insult the song like that.
Yeah, I don't know what you're
Damn!
saying.
I'm
God
kidding.
damn.
Liz,
Damn!
Liz is an amazing
But
person, but
she
the
was
song
saying
is
that
more amazing.
like hype beast culture almost scares her in a way, which I don't know how.
It's weird to me. Some things like
Yeah, hype
dudes
beast.
that put their personality around like buying a jacket.
It's
Shut
weird.
up.
It's weird, and it's one of the weirdest human nature phenomenons ever. Of he has to have it. Not that many people have it. I need to have it.
No, it's so weird.
Yeah, like that hat is really cool. Like I would. That's something I would buy
Right,
for
yeah.
myself.
Facts, dude.
Oh.
This hat
So-
is just fucking fire right now.
If you think about it, things like that, where it's just like things that just are unnatural to us, like even like suicide's unnatural.
Yeah.
Like that's out of
Yeah.
like that's against every instinct you have.
Clothes are
is to
pretty
survive.
unnatural.
Yeah,
Yeah.
out of every instinct you have is to survive. And
Like-
suicide goes all against that. It's like weird to conceptualize
Yeah.
that we invented suicide.
Right.
We invented time.
Yeah, I mean it's one of the reasons why it scares all of us and it confuses most of us because most of us want to go forward. And I've unfortunately been in that dark spot before many times in my life, but I mean, it's a different viewpoint of life.
Yeah,
like something's off in your brain, and like even
just
to
thinking
me
about
when
that.
it was happening to me, like the entire space of everything just seems dark. Like you wake up and like things seem just a little bit darker. And
Yeah.
there are certain days where it's not as dark, and there are certain days when it's really dark. But I mean, your entire viewpoint of like not surviving and literally wanting to just die.
Yeah. There's just you
That's-
just have no hope, and you're
Well,
like,
it's
I will only be at peace if I'm dead.
It's
such an odd thing to think about that
Right.
we've advanced so far to go against our own instinct.
yeah, to literally.
Oh, we're way past instinct. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. That is cool to think about.
It's weird. It's stuff like that makes me think.
Well, it's one of the things that criticize us is that what if the things that are human nature, like we don't have enough of human nature. Like that's one of the problems
Yeah,
that a
that's
lot of
very
people
true.
say is that like a lot of people have goals and a lot of people have like success stories and things that they need to feel accomplished. That was one of the biggest things.
Like a
is that
9 to
they-
5.
Yeah, 9 to
Like
5. That's just
There's
not
no instinct about that, but that's the main like.
right.
Matt, what are you doing?
Matt's just chilling. Matt's chilling. Let Matt be Matt.
And I kind of talked about that.
What?
He said people. He said fellow people.
I kind of talked about that last time. There's no like working at shots. There's no real like instinct in that.
No.
You just
Yeah.
you
No,
just do
you're
it
just
because
serving
We're
people.
just kids. Like
Because-
it's time to decide like, what we want to do.
Yeah.
So working a 9 to 5, I feel like. Is
we created money, we created job, we created the 9 to 5. It's not
Yeah.
like, it's not a real
We
thing.
shouldn't be worried about money, and yet every person in the world is just worried about money. But we were not made to
Yeah,
for
you-
money. We were made to live. Like
Right.
that's money is an instinct. Instinct is to just survive.
Well, instinct. Well, that's the weird
Yeah.
part is that money almost hijacks
instinct to pee real
human.
quick.
Yeah. Money almost hijacks human instinct, which
It
is
does,
human
and sometimes
instinct.
I sit
Right.
back and I'm like, what am I doing?
People, the way you are like communicating with them, I feel like it just changes your personality towards them.
Yeah, it does change
Well,
personality.
Well, no, not like that, but like humans want to survive, right? And the way to get survive is shelter, water, and food. That's like the three basic survival needs of
And
human.
you need money for that.
You need money for that
Which is,
in
I
our
guess you can
society.
make that argument.
So there's this, it hijacks all those things of all those cravings because think of how crazy you had to be a hunter, right? Like a hunter, like you're going after something that you know is going to try to kill you or either try to get away.
Yeah.
That's like a insane thing for us to comprehend. But that is
As in like a human, like a human perspective or an animal perspective.
probably as like a human perspective in today's society that hunting's insane. That's what I was trying to say.
Without
But-
a gun, like when
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have a huge gun, it's like, oh, I'm just gonna kill it for fun.
Right.
But not before you would kill it to survive. You
with a
had to kill
spear,
it.
with a
You-
spear
with
and a
spear, you'd have
bow
to
and
chase
arrow.
it. And if you
Yeah.
didn't kill it, you're not eating. It's that
Yeah,
simple.
exactly.
You're built to hunt.
So you
Yeah.
you became so obsessed with this, right? You were like, "Oh my god, I need to be the best hunter so that my kids can survive and all these
And
things."
so I can find a mate to
And
reproduce
also,
Yeah.
if you killed a lot of things, like the Native Americans used to kill massive amounts of buffalo. Like
They survived off of it.
Huge amounts of buffalo. So big of buffalo that they would have them they would push them off of a cliff. So they would chase like a huge horde of buffalo off of a cliff, and
That'd be
the
fun.
meat would compact so much and the sun would hit on them that it would explode. Like there would be an explosion from how much buffalo meat there was that the Native
Yeah.
Americans killed. That's how fucking much it is.
Wait, what was it?
But you couldn't save it.
It's like they fell off.
You had to eat it all.
You had to eat it all or it was gone.
And they
That's one
use
of
the fur and
But
they use everything.
money,
The bones.
money isn't like that.
No. It's-
Like you can save a $20 bill and then give it to your kids.
yeah.
That what? Could you imagine if you went back to being a Native American and you killed something and then you were able to give it to your kid?
You just carried it around.
You just carried it
like
around
a
forever.
full bison.
Like that never fucking
whole life.
happened
Yeah, no,
before.
they didn't trade like bisons. Like you don't work.
The most
Right.
you get is like one like
Exactly.
You don't, like, you don't work
raccoon
in
hat.
you don't work in the farm and get like
Fast
3
down.
bisons an hour.
No, but for money, you can give it to your kids.
Yeah.
And that's one of the weird things about it is that one of the reasons why I think it hijacks the human psychology of things.
Yeah.
So
I want to tell you
fast.
about something, Chris.
Go ahead.
So there's this
I'm ready.
documentary. I've been really into it, and it's called Blackfish, and it's about
I
like
wanted to watch that.
it's so good. It's so It's about SeaWorld, and I didn't think it was gonna be that good. All right, but I watched it twice.
Okay.
And so there was these people. They would go out and so first of all, killer whales. They didn't know this, but they're really smart. Like they have. And
Yeah,
they're
no,
like
they're
as,
insane.
almost as smart as humans. Like that level of smart.
Yeah.
Like there's dolphins are the smartest in the
Right.
ocean, and then killer whales.
Right.
And so killer whales are huge.
Yeah.
Like heavier than elephants,
Well, yeah, that
bigger
was.
than sharks.
Yeah, they kill people all the time.
Not in the wild though.
I could kill
Not in the
killer.
wild.
They've
no,
never killed
they've
one
never-
in the wild. They never killed a human in the wild.
Well, they fucking go insane. That was
Yeah,
one of
no,
the
that's what I'm
biggest.
saying. That's what the documentary is about.
I
There
could
was
kill
there was
one.
a huge
That sounds
there was
interesting.
a huge
I could do it.
killer whale. There was a huge killer whale in captivity, and it was like weirdly big. And then all of the other whales would team up on it, and they locked it in this small space at night. They would let him out in the morning, and then he would be all bloody. And then
What?
and they would keep happening to it because all the other whales would just gang up on this one whale, and then the whale started like turning into like a sociopath. So
Yeah.
then this one whale killed multiple people
Jesus.
when it was in captivity,
Yeah.
and then finally it scalped a human. You know what that means? It just takes off the top of their head
What the
and ripped off its arm, and they didn't eat it. They don't need to eat it. And at one time, it ripped off. Some guy jumped in its pool, and it ripped off his genitals,
Why would he do
How?
that?
threw it on its back, and swam around with it on its back until people saw it, because they know that this was like a psychopath whale that knew it was in captivity and was like, I'm done. I'm just gonna start killing people.
Yeah.
It's so awesome
Well-
that a whale did that.
Yeah, that's so cool.
It's
but
so awesome. It's
terrifying.
terrifying. It's so cool. And this is like a 15,000 pound animal. It's super smart and is like one of the most apex predators on the entire planet.
Get Charlie in the
Killer
I don't think
whale,
that we can
call
get
it
challenge
killed
on.
whale, and I'm done with it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah,
Fuck
no,
the
that was
killer
one of the
whale.
biggest things about
Come
the
with me.
quarantine is that like animals are not just supposed to be kept in and
No.
not being able to do anything.
Yeah, they turn
like
psychopath.
they
like
turn
Killer Cub. That's the
psychopaths.
name of the well.
Psychopaths, and to think that you can just do that with humans
Yeah, basically.
was so crazy.
I know.
The fact that you can just think that you can
One of us
lock
could
them
be
up.
that whale right now. And
Exactly.
just snap.
Well,
Like a
that
killer.
was my thing with school shooters is that we had
Yeah,
people
That's kind of similar.
like
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's actually kind of similar.
It is. Well, it is. And like one of the things with school shooters is that what was going on with the quarantine? Like these school shooters just don't go away during this. Like
Well,
they
I
don't
mean-
just they're
There were
just
no
like
school
gone.
shootings
There
during
was
quarantine.
no school shootings
Yeah,
during quarantine.
explain that. Explain that. Explain that, Chris. There were no school shootings
I
during
think there was a
quarantine.
lot of
During
homeschool
lockdown.
shootings.
Shoot the computer.
There's a lot of pow in the fucking homeschool.
It's just like a domestic murder. I
Dom-
guess.
What the fuck? You just described a school shooting.
Domestic.
No,
Domestic violence?
Doesn't domestic.
What?
What's the
domestic
difference?
be-
Why do we have all these classifications for murder? Like murder is just fucking murder.
I mean,
Why does it matter where you do
well,
it?
what if you rape someone to death? I mean, that should be worse than just normal murder. I'm just saying, like.
Low key hard.
I don't.
What, Matt?
I don't.
One of our friends raped someone to death. Oh, Noah raped someone to death.
Noah's been.
address 28.
You guys are
Northeastern
so.
Massachusetts.
You guys are.
Zip code 02356.
You guys.
Phone number.
You guys are
Card
very
number.
lucky. You guys are very lucky. No one watches this podcast.
The
yet.
keys are under the floor, Matt.
No.
Erase it.
That was a
No, the
completely
keys are
different.
under the teddy bear.
Noah,
in this
Noah
shit.
is not did not rape
The
anyone
first
to
room
death.
with the shoes.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah, not yet.
Good thing you gave out his
Yeah, that
address
was-
so
The only
we
thing
could
he's
stop
raping
him.
is mashed potatoes.
Actual address.
Yeah.
All right, just bleep that whole part out.
I don't think we
No, you
can.
don't have.
I don't think we can.
Yeah, no, it's impossible.
It's impossible.
Wait, so
The only-
they're just gonna know? Let's put his number on it just to make.
I think that I don't think anyone could hear actually.
The only
It's fine.
person that would see it is us.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You're right.
That
No
this is
one-
just us.
Phone
to
number
remember for us.
508
What if Joe
649
Rogan sees this
7770.
and like just calls up Noah in a few days?
Yo,
He's,
yo,
he's
yo,
gonna
yo.
text us.
Yo, I heard
in,
you on
like,
Kpush podcast.
Yo,
He's gonna
it's
text
crazy.
us in like 4 days and be like, "What the fuck, guys?"
Yeah, no, guys, are you serious right now? Wait. I bet he's gonna come back on after he texted. Oh my god, guys, why would you say that? Oh, some shit like that. All right, Noah, now that you're back, we know you texted us.
Yeah. Matt showed me some disturbing pictures just now. Very
What?
offensive. Get your head out of the gutter,
What is
Matt. I don't know. It was a picture of a
Noah?
lady asking a question. It's very.
Oh, ew, dude, what?
It's so gross,
Hey,
man.
Matt, you want to talk about your suspension?
Wait, what?
Wait, yeah. Do you want to talk about that?
Oh!
on here.
Oh my god.
So,
You need to talk close. Talk close to it.
You gotta get close.
Like deep,
all right.
deep throat.
So I was like almost a month ago. I was in A block class, and like my resource room class, and I was talking to my
Yeah.
teacher, and I muted. I forgot. I thought I muted myself, but I really didn't. So I go in my group chat. Well, actually, I look up this. I saw this video where I saw a person, I would say really Ed, as in a word that I cannot say because it's a big no-no nowadays.
The N word.
Yes.
The N-word. You
Yes.
The N-word.
The N-word.
All right, so I play it, and I think to myself, "Oh shit, my mic's not muted."
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "Oh no, that's a no-no."
Yeah.
So like, I look up and I just see everyone's face look at the screen, and I'm like, "Oh, they're looking at me."
Yeah,
right
dude.
now." So
Talk closer.
one of my the teachers like say after class, Matthew, and I'm just like, "Oh my god." So she says, "What were you thinking? You know, I have to report this to the principal." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know." So
And she's a nice person too.
she
She's
is
a really
person.
nice
She
teacher.
is.
Yeah.
So what happens is that I was about to tell my mom about what happened, and we get a phone call from the school, from Mr. Flanagan saying that I said the N-word.
Wait, what?
They said that I said it, even though I did not.
Why does school always
Did your
start
teacher-
full of shit?
did your
There's
teacher-
always like this whole thing of like, Oh,
I didn't
you
say.
actually said this, but like it doesn't actually end up
Yeah.
being that. Like they always, there's always like this one thing that makes it sound like what happened actually worse. Kenny was talking about that too, of how one of the biggest things that pissed him off was that the girl said that he did this. And he
he
was
didn't
like,
do that, yeah.
"What the fuck are you talking about? There's no way I did that.
And there's no evidence. There's no proof.
There's no evidence of me doing that either." And then
isn't it like the video that
there's video evidence, and on the video it shows that it wasn't how she described.
Yeah.
The video that the girl took of the girl. See,
No,
there was
no.
it was
When he
the
was on
thing, if
stage.
you're new, yeah, he was on stage, and Kenny says that he was trying to give the principal a high five, a low five, and someone said that it was. It was somebody who was actually trying to slap the principal's ass as a joke, and he said that no, that's not what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
And somebody apparently completely over exaggerated it, and like
Also, it was
the
hilarious.
yeah, it was hilarious,
Like,
and
can you
then
just enjoy that more?
and then it was ended up being like this big thing, and then the mom even saw and was like, "That's bullshit. That's not what she said. That's not what happened."
Yeah, dude.
And it was like so
I
crazy.
hate people that will go out of their way to get someone in trouble.
I know.
Like,
Well,
just enjoy. It's funny, okay?
And there's this-
No, it didn't hurt anyone. It didn't hurt anyone at all.
There's like I kind of get it where like there's like this appeal to hold in like just
Yeah,
American
there's some
society
things you
anywhere where like if you did that in the office that would be inappropriate, and that's one of the things where like getting your own company started and things like that. There was two people that started on the Joe Rogan who were in the military, and they went out and like fought in wars and whatnot, and they started their own coffee business. And he wanted to keep this atmosphere of being able to say fuck, let's get this done, instead of being like let's get this done, and trying to get away from that American corporate things, which I think the American like corporate system of like not being able to say fuck, not being able to swear, not being able to make jokes and things like that, all of that is bullshit. It's
Yeah.
bullshit. It's exhausting, and we need to get the fuck rid of it. And
Yeah.
it's not how humans interact.
No.
Like, podcast is how humans interact. And there's a difference between, like, talking with friends, obviously, but which school has friends, right? There are multiple people who are friends with people in school. And there's going to be shit talking in school because of that. That was one
yeah.
of the whole
It's awesome,
things in
I
school
love
is
it.
that they're...
honestly.
Yo,
It's-
Matt's such a
there's
bitch.
it's a room, it's a building full of kids, and they're going to talk shit.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
Why do you have to stop that?
It's gonna
If-
because
they're
it's
go-
not gonna stop it.
It's not going to stop
Nothing.
it. They're going to
Can
do
stop.
it elsewhere. And then they're like, they don't allow it in schools. And then they go and do it on social media. And they're like, oh, you can't do it here either. Where the fuck are they going to do it then?
In school.
It's going to
button
become
corner.
more
Happy button on the
radicalized.
corner.
They're going to be in special groups. And this is how things like the KKK starts.
Whoa. That was a tangent.
that was I kind of get that.
I
where-
get it, but that was a turn.
Where you
No.
suppress someone's voice enough that they have to be
No,
scared
yeah, I
to
know what
say
you mean. I
they
know what
wanna
you mean.
say.
No. I don't think comedians should get in trouble for things they say unless it's like super bad. Like, comedians should just have a pass.
Well,
They kind of do. Some do.
Well, like, there's so many people getting canceled.
Dave Chappelle could say anything he wants.
Oh,
No
Dave
one's
Chappelle
stopping
could do or say anything and he would never
Dave,
get
Dave
canceled.
Chappelle could kill someone.
He's
and
different.
and it'd be funny.
It would be. It would be funny. Him telling that story would be hilarious. But like, I think like a lot of people have been getting. I think like Louis C.K. I feel bad for him, but he did that. That was bad.
okay.
don't
Here's
know
the
about
thing with
Chris
Louis
D'Elia, though.
C.K.
Okay.
Here's the thing with
D'Elia
Louis
was-
C.K.
it was bad,
What?
but it wasn't that
They're
bad.
not. Louis C.K. did nothing fucking wrong.
I don't want to be.
Wait,
I'm
wait.
not like that
Nothing.
misinformed.
Nothing.
What? Go through the situation. I don't
Okay,
really know.
This is what fucking happened.
100%.
He
was-
has girls come over that he's working with, over to his like private house or whatever, and he asks them to masturbate in front of them.
What did they say?
And some
say
of the
yeah.
girl, he did it to multiple women. Some of the girls said yes, and he did it, and some of the girls said no, and he didn't do it. What's going on here? And it's a problem because one of the things that they were saying is it was in the workplace and it was an inappropriate question for that time. That doesn't mean his entire career
Yeah.
is ruined.
I think
That's
he
not
de-
sexual assault. That's not sexual abuse.
If that's really what happened,
and
It's
but
just
that
creepy.
should be handled in the workplace. That's no place for the entire country
no.
to have a debate over.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like-
it should be... And there was a feminist talking about this who was a doctor and some sort of... had a lot of background in some of this sort of information. They were saying the superior should have handled that. The superior... Because they were working somewhere, like, for a TV show or something, and the superior should have been contacted and been like, this is what's going on, and this makes me uncomfortable. But this shouldn't come out years later. And one of the craziest things was one of the people who was a comedian who went on the Howard Stern show and was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I thought it was funny. Like, I literally, like, she was saying, like, I
Sounds like
genuinely
Whitney
thought
Cummings.
it was funny. Yeah, it was, I don't know who it was
Sounds like
exactly,
Whitney
but it was a
Cummings.
female comic who literally was like, yeah, I don't care. It was literally fucking hilarious when he did that.
Yeah.
But, and then she was, like, shamed for that. She
Yeah.
was shamed for, like, doing something that she personally did and providing her side of the story. She was shamed for that.
Yeah,
That, to me, is fucking ridiculous.
There's a line between like misconduct and misdemeanor. I don't think Louis C.K. doing that's like necessarily like wrong. It
was
fucking
weird. It was
it's weird. And if you're working somewhere and they like have code of conduct for certain things like that, obviously you should be punished for that. But you don't need to get canceled.
Yeah, I think he should be punished, but I don't think he should be. I don't think his whole career should be just gone. And it kind of is.
Can I go back to my suspension?
Yes.
I want to talk one thing that happened.
Yeah.
So-
we got kind of lost in the
So what happened else
I have
is that I want to
jokes.
say one part before anything else. So
You didn't say the N word, just to
I
make that
did
100%
not- I just
clear.
want to make that
Just to make that clear.
I did not say it.
Did they
Well,
know?
they can't-
Do they know that you didn't?
I think they know.
Okay.
My mom knows. I played her the video. Fun fact, actually.
Wait, there's a video of you.
Well, no, the video that you
video,
played.
the meme.
There's a video of him
No,
saying
but
it.
also, I'm gonna say the name because so MJ was in the class and she thought that I said it and she wanted me to apologize to him after I played the video, and MJ goes, he said he doesn't care because it was a meme and it was funny. So that just shows that like
Yeah.
like I was like why do you care, like why do they care so, like I understand
Yeah.
the word, I understand
Some
the
things
word.
you just like have to. But I don't
I
think
ha-
you necessarily should have needed to get suspended. But like,
I think if he was offended, then you should have. But I mean,
there's certain things where you just like have to report it. Like like I'm sure the
yeah,
teacher didn't want
the
you
teacher's
to.
a really nice teacher, and because all the students heard that, I don't blame him.
Yeah, no, it-
I just figured that he wouldn't care because I didn't say it, and he didn't care because I didn't say it.
I feel like there's probably a couple kids in your class. Like you kind of have to report it just because.
That makes sense.
Because if someone
Yeah,
did,
yeah, yeah.
if they didn't say anything, then someone reported it.
That'd be way worse.
Yeah, it'd be
on
way
her
worse.
and you.
But it was-
still you.
If she didn't
So-
report it, then it would have ended up.
Wait, so who said
Yeah.
to apologize to MJ?
I have to go.
The teacher did.
Chris, I have to go.
Yeah, I know the teacher.
She's really nice.
That's so funny that white people would be like, "Oh, you're gonna be offended by this, so you need to apologize," and then the person was like, "No, I don't give a fuck."
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I've seen a
That's
bunch
really
of.
funny.
I've seen.
Sam's out of
peace-
here.
peace out,
Sam's
Sam.
leaving.
I've seen a
Dude,
bunch
it's
of.
good fucking seeing you, bro. We'll see you later this week. Dude, this is fun as fuck. We'll have another podcast going. We're gonna keep this shit going.
Yeah.
This has been
Yes.
great.
Do it.
Michael is on the mic.
Plus, so I got a new
MC.
storage device.
MD on the MC.
We got a new storage device over here, so we can record a lot longer. Matt, I feel like
Oh,
it would
that's
be
dope.
easier to go sit over there now.
All night podcast.
Dude,
We could.
the
we
Lost
could-
Lighter and the Kpush should collab on New Year's Eve and do a
In
24-hour
That's
podcast.
crazy.
We
That's
do
so
let's do
Yeah.
a 24-hour podcast.
I don't think that we can do that.
I can do that.
You can do that?
I could do
All
that.
right,
My
if
mom-
you get it
on my
set up,
mama's.
I don't think my computer would be able to handle that.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I didn't
my
even-
computer
I
wouldn't
didn't
be able
take
to
that
handle
into
that.
consideration.
Uh,
Well, no, it's a live stream. We can live stream it.
right. I don't think that my computer would be able to handle that type of internet connection.
Well,
Yeah,
But like-
Powerhouse has been lacking.
Yeah.
yeah, Powerhouse.
Oh.
You're right. You're right.
Powerhouse is
It's
a-
always been lacking.
weak
I don't know
house.
what you're talking about. It's
used to be
always
goated,
been this
though.
bad. No, it's never been goaded.
used to be
Yeah,
goated.
yeah.
It's never been goaded. Ever.
It was
No.
goaded.
It was.
When?
Twas.
Before quarantine.
Before quarantine. Yeah, quarantine. Dude,
Yeah,
did your
facts.
Wi-Fi get corona?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, I mean, I don't either, but I was.
Guys, do I need to go closer or?
No,
what?
you're
no,
good.
I mean, you just talk like that distance.
Okay.
You can't get any closer. You're as close as
you
you
were-
can
you were
be. You're
d-
literally
inside of it.
on top of the
That's-
microphone.
My bad.
Do I
My
do I
bad.
need to get any closer?
Guys, can I get any closer?
Dude, you have so many.
What else we got? We talked about COVID a little bit. Talked about-
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna resume.
Favorite album of all time, music.
Oh,
In this
Um,
year or all time?
Let's do this year.
I'll do this year.
Okay.
That's easy.
I don't know.
Should
I
we
don't
do
know
like
if
a
that's easy
top
for me.
Actually,
three?
wait, fuck.
Unranked
Yeah,
top
it's not
three?
easy for me, dude.
Unranked top three?
It's
Yeah.
not hard.
Okay.
Were you in top 3 now? All right, I'll think.
Steve Lacy's new album, The Lo-Fi's. Modus Vivendi, it's 070 Shake album, and then Man on the Moon 3. That's just off the top of my dome. I don't know if that's true or not. I would need to think about that a lot more, but
Right now.
I don't know any new albums.
oh, and
this
then
year.
The Weeknd's album, fucking whatever
After
it's called.
Hours.
After Hours. That's up there.
Mine would be After Hours,
I swear to God.
Eternal Take, and
I swear to God.
Whole Lotta Red.
It came out less than a week. It came out 4 days ago. Whatever. 5
Listen
days
to it
ago.
more than all those albums.
How?
That's-
How much?
Okay.
How long is Whole Lotta Red?
An hour
An
and
hour,
3
4
minutes.
minutes.
4 minutes.
And how
How do you know
Five,
that?
five.
my
hour and five.
podcast episodes are longer than the album? That's so crazy. If you think about
We could just
how
make that,
much
yeah.
time
And yeah.
podcasts are.
And I enjoy some podcasts that are like in a little bit more than an hour and 4 minutes, more than I would enjoy an album that is an hour long.
Right, exactly. And you think about
And
how
they
much
put so
time,
much time into
so
it.
much time
And then you
into.
just click the record button, talk with your friend for an hour,
Yeah.
like you would do normally,
Yeah,
and then
right.
yeah.
No, there's a
Talk.
little bit of a difference though because
Oh yeah,
there's
there
like a
definitely is.
there's a different of a pressure that you have to continuously talk and you have to talk in a more
Yeah.
interesting way. And I try
Corduroy?
try very hard to stop things
Like the
like saying and like and all these other annoying things that happen. And there's like a pressure to it. And also I don't know what is going to be said next. Like you just kind of keep going with your thoughts and streaming literally what is coming out of your brain. And it's a very weird thing to do. And there's a certain mindset you have to get into. And a lot of people don't have that. But the mindset that I get into literally stops my ADHD. Like there's something about this and being
Yeah.
I don't have my headphones on right now, but having a microphone in front of us and being able
I think
to
it's because you're passionate about it, so then
Yeah.
you can focus. Like,
Right.
Because when I'm not passionate about something, I can't focus on it.
there's something so bad about school where literally it's just not letting you focus.
I just can't.
Like,
I just can't.
And
do it.
I started recently notice this is like, why are all these businesses being forced to go online and forced to adapt to these things, like your phone, computer, getting new social media, and really adapting to the online world, and school can't. Like school cannot adapt to teaching kids over the computer. No matter with the Google Classrooms, no matter with Zoom, no matter with what, there's something that is not there and that the school system is really lacking. And that's one of the reasons why they've really tried hard with the second lockdown with like saying schools can't go, which is kind of crazy because I don't know if teenagers are spreading it, but like if
Yeah,
you
they
go,
are. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
there's like significantly less kids there. There's like a lot of people who stay home because of they don't know what's going on and things like that. But why can all these businesses, why are they all being forced to adapt to online, but schools can't? And I think one of the reasons is because the fundamentals of school is not there. Like the fundamentals of being able to teach kids and get kids excited about learning and get kids motivationally engaged and, you know, also being able to appreciate what they have with this school system. Like with Massachusetts, we're told that the education in Massachusetts is almost better than the entire country. Like with speaking like kids wise, right? Like we're told that or that's apparently a big rumor that goes around that no one shuts down. And I don't feel grateful for that at all. I literally look at that as like more work and like more stress and like way more just annoying things like that. It's not looked at as like a gift. And I don't literally, I've thought about this and I still don't look at it as a gift.
Yeah.
Like I just don't.
Like, yeah, I think there's a reason why people don't say, "Oh, I have school today." They say, "I have online school," because it's so different. And when people are working, They just say they're working. They don't say, "Oh, I have online work today."
Right.
Like they're just working. In school, it's just so different.
That's a good point. They
And
say
nobody's ever
online.
done that. Yeah.
Right. Or
They say online school. They don't say, "Oh, I have school today."
Right.
Like it's different too. Like
Yeah.
it's that different.
Yeah, there's a comic who even had a joke about this. Who said, I forget who said, there are people who get up and say, "Oh, I need to go to work today," which is really just getting up and
Getting
logging
up, going
onto your
to- yeah.
computer. No one says that with school.
No, they
they
say,
say
"I've-
I'm going to online
Yeah,
school.
I-
today."
online school
I
today.
say that to you all the time.
And
Yeah.
it's like you're not saying just school, like
Yeah,
you're
no.
saying
Yeah,
it
that's why.
almost
That's what
is
I'm
like a
saying, yeah.
different- yeah, no,
Because
that's
it's
weird.
that different.
I've never thought about that like that.
Yeah, yeah. Like nobody says like, "Oh, like school's starting." Like when it was the summer, they're like, "Yeah, we have online school this day."
And we were just crushed this year. We really are the year that kind of got fucked up.
Yeah,
with
because this is our
everything.
hardest year.
This is our hardest year.
Most
and
work.
Now we're also in the middle of this COVID thing, and we're
It's awful.
due
And,
to do all, or
and it might be the whole year that we're like this.
right. And we're made to do like all the work and try to like play catch
How
up.
are you doing with it? I'm doing terrible.
I'm doing terrible.
Yeah, I'm doing awful.
I've never gotten worse grades like this. The only time I've gotten worse grades, and it's so. Look, it's so funny where like literally when everything's going well, I really try at school. I know a lot of people
Me
like
too.
my parents will probably argue with that. Would you fucking knock it off? Look at these fucking bitch asses over here. Fucking Michael Daniels and Matt and Mikla are acting like fucking retards over here.
Per
These
usual.
fucking bitches while we're recording a fucking podcast.
being fat.
Shut the fuck up.
This is a good podcast. Of
This
me
is
and you.
a great
Me and you,
one.
This is a
Great
good
one.
Well, I
one.
was gonna
We
say,
should just
I was
fucking-
gonna say my top
I think
three
we should
favorite
just-
albums,
I think
and
we
then-
should
and then
just-
you guys.
I think we should just fucking talk about. We should just say featuring Charlie and Sam this episode.
Yeah,
just
All right,
fucking
no, that's fair.
cast
I got
out
here late.
Michael
Cut the
and
mic.
Matt.
Cut
Yeah,
the mic.
fine.
Cut the mic.
Anyway,
I was gonna say my
But-
top three favorite albums, but you guys went off.
yeah,
So,
no, we're
It's a
still
tangent.
going off. Where we were talking about
School.
school and shit, and we were talking about when
Yeah, dude.
everything's going well. I really try at school.
Yeah, me
like,
too.
Besides what my parents might say, besides what the fucking school people say, like I bust my ass when things are going well. And
If
like
if there's
freshman
something
year,
in my life, if there's something in my life that makes me happy, I will actually do stuff. But
Dude, same.
Like, if there's something
Yeah,
in
dude.
your life that's motivating you, you will do better than other
right?
stuff.
And like it's so funny where it's like, why don't you try as hard as school as you do as like a job you have in high school? And it's like that is the dumbest question ever. Like it's giving you money. Like your work is giving you money. You're gonna be more passionate to work. Than school, you get nothing. And
Yeah.
you get this big certificate that says you
Yeah.
can go off to college, that gets you all these good things and all this bullshit and yada yada yada. You have to wait 18 fucking years for that.
Yeah.
Rather at a job, you gotta wait every week or every 1 to 2 weeks.
Yeah,
And-
you
and-
get paid, yeah.
What the fuck are you
You have to-
talking
if
about?
You want, if you're going for like a college job, you need to wait 21 years and have debt to start making money.
It's
so, like,
so crazy.
yeah.
It's so crazy.
Like a lot of debt too.
and just fucking insane amount of
Depending on
debt.
what you do.
And
There are so
everyone-
many other things to do like nowadays where I realize that
Yeah, dude.
I don't even go to college.
I
don't-
might
You
just get a
don't.
2-year
You
degree.
don't need to
I
go to
might get a
college.
2-year degree
And
somewhere,
I think
or just
that
like
this-
a realtor license,
look,
and you don't need to go
and
to college. for that.
all this generation is really the big one of make college free, make all these things free.
That'd be awesome, but
Hey,
like I'm not going
hey,
to college
That'd be
anyway.
awesome.
Hey, guess what, fuckface? The only reason why the rates are so fucking high is because people keep buying them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop
Going into it.
fucking buying college.
Yeah.
Stop getting your scholarship. Protest it. Enough. You are feeding into it and then complaining about the price. You're paying the fucking price.
After they'll be like $200,000 in debt, and it's an
Right.
exaggeration. But
And one of the biggest things
They're
that
like, "Oh, we should not.
Joe
Let's
Rogan
get rid of
talks
this."
about all the time is that, kids aren't able to comprehend the debt, right? They're not able to really realize that big of a number. And to that I say, okay, maybe. But I think you can get pretty fucking close to how big that number is. I don't think anybody in high
Yeah.
school can really know how much
Like
debt
that-
they're going to be in after college.
be in debt
That's
to your-
I started working, I realized like what money meant. Like I realized like what I have to do in order to save and what
yeah,
I
like
have to do
you
in order
take
to
you take
spend.
money for granted, especially
Yeah,
when
no,
you're
when I was
younger,
a kid, I took
because your
fucking
parents,
Right.
your parents have money. Like it's just at your disposal.
Which is why a bunch of thoughts are coming through. So just let me get down. Number one is with the school is that one of the things that I don't think why you weren't able to ever fully comprehend it is because in high school, people don't realize this. In high school, there is slacking off and trying to get away from your world or busting your ass. Like, you're not thinking about your future, and most kids aren't thinking about what they're going to be after college and what's going to make them happy and things like that. They're not thinking about that. They're being told that they need to get straight A's, so they're busting their ass. They're not thinking about the world around them. They're being told that they need to go to college, and they're caught up in all these things so fast that they're not even thinking about it.
You need this, need that. No, you don't need it.
They're not treating it like
or
it's
you're
a
being
shit.
told all of these things, right? That all this is the best and these are the answers. But maybe you're a kid that thinks that it's bullshit, but you don't know why it's bullshit. So you just sit around and you play video games all day. These are the two things.
Yes. Very true.
What you need is that you need someone who really thinks about what they want in life, what's going to happen, and really calculate all these numbers. And if you look at it, and if you get that number, and what my hope is through this quarantine, you get a lot of people, a lot of teenagers sitting and thinking. And you see these online colleges, literally online colleges demanding $2,000 scholarships for online classes. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That is the dumbest bullshit I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. The idea that you're going to get online school for $20,000.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
crazy.
That's
That's crazy.
That's stupid. It's really just stupid.
It's crazy.
And another thing is that I think this is a perfect reason of why you should have kids work, is that you really do take advantage of money that's not your own, and you do take advantage of and think that it's like a special given thing, and you do take it for granted. But like if you were able to work as like a kid,
You understand.
you'd understand how much. And literally, if you were 8, right, you were 8 years old, and you worked at a job and you made $1 an hour, but you made $2 profit for the business owner. I think that you at 8 years old you can make $2 profit in an hour.
For very, very few employers, I think you could.
Like, I think that you're able to do that.
I don't think every 8-year-old could find a job. I think there'd be a very, 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 very small amount that could possibly get a job. But yeah.
But through
It's possible.
laws and things like that, you're just not
You
able
can't.
to do that.
You literally can't.
You're not
There's
allowed
no
to do
way
that.
you can do that.
And so that you're not able to comprehend or understand money until you get to 15, 16.
When you
If-
first start getting employed.
When you first start getting employed.
Yeah, and then the people that don't get
Right.
jobs, in their head, they need to go through high school with good grades, and then go to college and try to do something through college, but you don't need to do that.
Right.
No, that
That's-
doesn't mean though. Like, let's say you actually do bust your ass off, and you really are book smart, and you do get a scholarship for free. Like, you get a.
That's awesome.
That's
good. That's really good.
That's awesome though. You have to understand.
That's really
that. It
good.
is
I
really
do
good.
understand that. I do understand that, and that's awesome. And you should do that
It's a
if
good
you can.
success story. But for some people, that's not.
Yeah, for most
It's not-
people,
It's not realistic.
The case.
It's not really
But
realistic for a lot of people.
20% of all people that get a full ride, and the rest just like say, like fuck
Right.
you, we have to pay it. This.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 20% of people that graduated at the top of their class, if that, get a ton of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most people,
There's gonna be
most
people
people
in our
get money, but they don't get a ton of money.
Yeah, they don't get like all the.
Yeah. I was talking to my friend in Erie the other day, and he was talking about what he wanted to be when he grows up. And he said, I kind of want to be a teacher. And I was like, you want to be a teacher? And he goes, yeah, my mom convinced me to be a teacher.
Don't be a teacher.
And I go, what do you mean she convinced you to be a teacher? What did she do? How did she do that? She goes, well, listen, man, all right? And he gives me the best sales pitch of all time. He goes, you work 180 days a year.
Yeah.
You make an insane amount of salary for the
teacher?
for the days you work. For the days you work.
I mean,
you get a
pretty good.
2-month vacation, and you get a decent salary. And you also get a bunch of sick days off, and you get a bunch of all these benefits. There's a lot of benefits to being a teacher, and it's also because if you work at a public school, you get it's considered a job for the government, so it's not really like you get certain tax benefits and things like that.
Fair.
And he was saying all these things, and I was like, holy shit. is it possible that some of the teachers who become teachers don't even give a fuck about teaching? They're looking at all these
100%,
benefits,
yeah.
Honestly,
and they're
100%.
lazy as fuck.
if you become a teacher,
Right.
you're basically living the lifestyle of a kid in a way.
You
know
are.
what I mean? Because you go to school.
Yeah.
You wake up, you
That
go to
is- yeah,
school,
that's
then
true.
you just go home and just do your shit.
And you do have to
Honestly,
do work, but it's different work. Yeah.
It is different work. It's like
Yeah.
I would say easier in a way.
And there are
Yeah, it's mindless. It's more
And-
mindless.
you get weekends off. It's just like something simple. I
and
feel.
teachers like let me get this clear. Teachers bust their ass off.
They
There
do.
are some teachers that really try hard.
And there are some teachers that really
Don't
are
give a
good.
fuck.
Yeah, some teachers don't care, but then there's some teachers that are really passionate and want to see people succeed.
yeah.
I've seen teachers on both sides are like that.
And
Yeah,
they're-
definitely.
and
Yeah.
they both suffer from this because the teachers that are passionate and
They don't get
really
enough
want a
money.
chance, they don't get enough money, and they're limited by the things that the state tells them to teach.
Yeah,
no, you
very.
have to teach this specific book.
Yeah, I know. Right?
You have to teach this specific thing.
And you have to give them these
The i-
skills.
The
Yeah.
idea that an English teacher has to read the exact same book over and over and over and over again every single year is insane.
Yeah.
That's
And with
crazy.
words that are not allowed
My
to say.
English teacher doesn't follow that, and it's really, really cool. His whole thing is about he wants us to leave his class with like life knowledge, which
Right.
is really cool. And he's a really passionate, good teacher.
Right. And there are some teachers that are out there that do that. I'm not saying that there
I've
aren't.
never
But there's
had.
a lot of
like that are
but there's a lot of
favorite.
people out there who go in for these benefits and go in for the days off. And they
it's-
don't
and it's smart.
realize how hard it is to be
Yeah.
a teacher.
It's a lot of work.
And
Well,
then they
it's-
just fucking
a good
take it
amount.
out on their students.
yeah.
They just become fucking horrible
Yeah, they
teachers.
hate their job.
They just hate their
They
job.
hate their job. So when you hate your job, you're not gonna like the things you do in your job,
Right.
and you're teaching kids, and then
Right.
that's gonna impact the kids. Then the kids
Yeah.
aren't gonna
I
like
am
you.
overthinking the fuck out of this topic, guys.
No, that's
If
that's
I'm
that.
being
But that's
honest.
what you do in
Yeah.
podcasts.
Overthinking the fuck out of my thoughts on this, which is you guys are
That's
saying some true shit though. Like it affects us too. Like so, let's say some teachers like don't care.
It's a ripple effect. Everything
is.
you have around you. But the idea that these are things, and we all know that teachers probably cause one of the biggest influences in a child's life.
But yes, very.
Like the idea that kids are not easily influential and we just let anybody teach them. I mean, what do you really need to be a teacher?
You
Is
need
it that hard to be a teacher?
no.
You just get your teacher certificate. I feel like
You need to go to college.
Yeah, you need to go to college. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Go to
I
college.
mean, and it's just all bought into like this whole system. Like the people who are teachers never leave
Wait, what do you mean?
the system that they're a part of. Like they go to school.
Yeah. And then
They
they,
go to-
work for the school.
And
Yeah.
then they work for the school. Like none of them have any business experience. None of them like have any like real experience of like of anything like that, of any other sort of job or type of lifestyle. They're
We
only
can't
s-
assume that though. I feel like.
I had one teacher that had that.
but that how can we not assume that?
Okay.
Well, most teachers are like that. I've had a few teachers where they've had previous jobs
Right.
and they quit that job.
And then
To be a
became a
teacher.
teacher. Yeah, there are those people, but they're not that many.
Yeah.
No, I've only had like a
Yeah, you're
hand.
right,
They're not
I've only had
that
like
many.
a couple out of like the
All right. So
out of like the 50
so I'm gonna
teachers.
take over.
out of like the 50 teachers I've had. I've only had like a few.
Okay. You
And
good?
I've
Oh
had, like-
God.
All
Dude,
I'm
this
here now.
man.
All right, so
I-
is my
some-
name going to be in the podcast now?
Fucking COVID.
Is my name gonna be in the
I don't
podcast
know.
now, Chris?
He's dying over there.
Oh my God.
What's he doing? Is he...
Something's kicking in for him. Let's just say.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. I think
Yeah.
something's
What's he
kicking
doing?
in. It's
He's going to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Wait.
think he's crying. It's hilarious.
Wait. I think-
What the fuck are you talking
He's-
about, Matt?
Joe. All right, let's continue.
All right,
God.
yeah. We're
Okay.
talking about school. Talking
Yeah.
about some teachers.
One of my teachers. I'm not gonna say.
Can you
their
tell?
name.
Can you tell the subject though? I might be able to figure it out. All right. Yeah.
Well, because I had him. So
Yeah, I know.
So he
I
would know
Yeah,
if I
yeah,
said
yeah,
it. He damn it, I said he. I mean, there's like how many female? Anyway,
Just fucking
anyway,
talk. Just
Anyway,
fucking talk.
anyway. So their previous job, from what I know, I'm pretty sure they went to like Harvard grad school. They didn't go to Harvard.
Really?
I think.
Really?
I heard this somewhere. And their job they're like it was in the like it was just to make rich people more rich,
Yeah.
and then they became a teacher.
Well, that was one of the weirdest parts, and I heard one of the best things about these trips that you take on school and whatnot is you just look at teachers like teachers. You don't look at them as humans.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, no. When I was younger, I used
Yeah,
to, I used to
that's
be
very
like,
true.
oh,
very
it's
true.
just a teacher. It's just a teacher.
Right.
But
You
then the older I got, like that last year, I was like, they're not
Especially a
just
good
a teacher. They're a human.
Especially a good
they're
teacher.
a human too. Like
Yeah.
they were once in our shoes too, and were like thinking the same way that we were thinking right now, but
Yeah.
fell into the same trap that people.
Yeah, one of
once
my
got
teachers
into.
said they hated school so much, so they became a teacher to change that, which is awesome. I think
that's
I think that's really cool.
that's a good.
And they're a really good teacher too.
That's always good. That's always a nice story to hear.
Yeah.
You hear some of those.
they
and
felt they went through some bad shit and are trying to change that.
Yeah.
So are they like?
Yeah, that's awesome. And he's one of the best teachers I've ever had. I'm being completely honest.
I remember my kindergarten teacher I had back in Erie.
Yeah.
Dude, she's probably fucking dead at this point, honestly. And probably talk some major shit about her. But she, I'm not gonna say her name
on her
yet.
grave.
Yeah, just on her fucking
Smoking-
grave. She was terrible.
Yeah, but like
She was terrible.
Fine.
She retired, I think, the year after us. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you focusing on? Focus on me, bitch. Knock it off. No, but she was like a year from retirement, and she just fucking hated her job.
That
and
sucks.
she talked trash about
Really?
each other's parents. Like she would talk trash on the students' parents.
To the
There.
You
student?
remember?
To
You, wait,
the
you remember
student.
all of this, right? You remember all of this.
Yeah,
yeah,
it
no,
was
yeah.
fucking terrible.
Yeah, that's the thing is.
It was
that
so
was your
bad.
kindergarten teacher,
That was
right?
my kindergarten
Wait,
teacher.
And you remember that. That's how
Yeah.
much it impacted you.
Yeah,
remember
no,
that from
I don't remember
kindergarten.
like jack shit
I remember,
most of my.
so
I do.
I remember Valentine's Day. This is so crazy when like I think, oh, holy shit, I'm only like 17. I can still remember kindergarten. At what point am I not gonna remember this? And I'm
Yeah, I
so
remember
thankful I'm
having-
talking about this.
I remember. Yeah.
But with kindergarten, there was one particular day on Valentine's Day where she we were supposed to give out Valentine's to every student in the class.
I remember those in like
So
first grade.
what I did was I took him home. My mom always made me get started on shit early. So
Yeah.
it was like Friday she told everybody to do the Valentines.
Okay.
So that weekend my mom goes, do half of the Valentines, right? Or like do like 1/3 or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And so I do, and what we do is we get like a name of the list or the list of the names of the kids in the classroom, and I go through to Rachel, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
to Jack, blah blah blah, to specific people. On Monday, she goes, "Oh yeah, do not write specific names on the
No.
Oh
Valentines."
my god, dude.
And literally, it was like my mom. I come home, and my mom's just like, I don't care, just fucking take it. I don't give a fuck. That's
I would've done that
ridiculous.
if I was a parent, dude.
And I go there, and I remember the teacher looking me dead in the face and going, "Oh, so your mom doesn't listen to the rules."
Bro,
And
if
I
was
remember
like,
saying those exact words to my mom, and she's just going, "What?"
yeah.
And like there was like just this huge thing. It was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I
This
know.
is the person who
Wait,
works
what side
for
are
the
you on? Your
government.
mom's or your teacher's side?
Dude, I wanted to fucking kill my teacher.
yeah, dude.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
it's,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
What, dude? Yeah. The fact that you remember that story from so long ago is the teacher was just like that.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's also like the other side of that, where you remember, like I remember my third grade teacher, one of my favorite teachers I've ever had, and I was 8 years old, and
Yeah.
I remember he made me want to like learn.
Yeah.
That's how good of a teacher he was,
Yeah, that's great.
and it was
That's
awesome. And I've had like a handful of teachers that have
Right.
had that much impact.
One of the things that I got was I lived in Erie, and
Pennsylvania, yeah.
I lived in Erie, Pennsylvania, and I went to Mill Creek, and they had a school there named Asbury, and it's just a fucking shit school, man. I mean, the whole town is
Yeah.
really underrun and really underfunded, and it's just a really shitty place to go to school, and it's not good, and
Good
there's a
basketball
lot of
team,
bad teachers, and like my parents only realized it when we moved to Massachusetts of how shitty the school
Do you
that
do you
was.
like I know you've been here since 5th grade, but do you like it here more than there?
Yeah, for sure. There's
Okay.
a lot of better teachers here than there are down there,
Fair.
I think.
Yeah, because
but-
Massachusetts is known for that.
Yeah, Massachusetts is
Yeah,
known
it's
for
like
that.
the most most educated. Like,
Yeah, it's like
educated.
in between that and like New Jersey, they always compete.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually it's Massachusetts.
Yeah, well, that's what I was talking about earlier. I think is that we say that or no one interrupts or something like that. Yeah, no, it's just kind of crazy how different shit is around the country overall.
For sure.
And like people don't really know until they go there.
And it really is.
You don't know until it's until you change. Yeah.
Right.
And it really is crazy how a lot of shit has changed, like what we view on from this year to last year. Like,
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
it
know.
is crazy. I mean, the entire perspective of the pandemic
And life in general just changed.
Everything has
Like,
changed.
no, like
so
literally like
much.
this. Like when the pandemic happened, changed everything
Yeah.
that we've
Yeah.
thought of.
I think I need a pee. You guys think you can keep
Yeah.
it going?
Yes.
You
Yeah,
wanna
we'll talk
talk-
about Joe.
You can
Dude,
talk about your.
I have a topic to talk about. Okay, so I feel like when you see someone really spoiled, like I hate spoiled people. Like it pisses me off.
All right.
But,
Well,
like-
what do you like? If they're brought up, yeah, okay, that's fair. I
But
don't know.
no, that's what I'm saying. A lot of times, if a kid under 18 is spoiled, then it's not their fault
It
because
really,
they were just
no,
raised
it's-
like
it's
they were
not their
raised. Like,
fault.
it's their parents. It's their parents.
If
fault.
they abuse it though, then it is their fault. I feel like because they.
well, no,
they-
because they didn't raise themselves.
true.
Their parents raised.
Yeah, like well, it's not.
If
well,
I was super rich, I wouldn't make it obvious to my kid. I would still make them work for it, which is easier said than done.
yeah.
But I would make them like a normal kid.
Well, we say
It's
that.
so important to know that, I feel like, as a kid. I need to work for this. Like, this is how life works. Not even
Yeah.
just for money,
Well,
but
we-
for, like, things in general. Like, if you want a girlfriend, you have to work. You can't just get handed
yeah,
that.
no.
If you want to get, like a nice body, like, you want to get in shape, you have to work for that. Hard work is important to know.
Well, we say that now, but if we ever do become like that as a parent, are we really gonna think the same way as we do as a child? Because
I know,
once,
I know.
once the money is in our hands, do we really still care
Especially
about what's
when
happening?
when it's your
Do we-
child.
yeah,
and
yeah,
you
do we-
you want
are-
to spoil your
Are we
child.
really? Are we really like? Oh, like I'm still gonna make him work for it. I'll be like, no, just give him. The
Yeah,
money.
I know.
Like
yeah.
no, it depends on how you so think of it as the older you grow, but it could change to be like that. Honestly,
Yeah, for sure. And I think I hate spoiled kids.
yeah, that's fair.
Spoiled kids are different than kids. Spoiled kids are different than kids.
Yeah, like when I got my first job and I got my first paycheck, I keep saying it, but everything changed for me. I was like, wow, I was spoiled as a kid. Like I was.
I don't know where that came from, by the way. That was just there.
Yeah.
I was there the whole time. I don't know where that was.
True.
I got to take I don't care. I got to take
Yeah.
Yo, so, wait, no, I'm gonna wait till Chris gets back from the bathroom.
Yeah, you
Um,
need to be just me.
Okay, so Matt, your top 3 albums. Go.
Oh, of the year?
Yeah, of the year.
High Off of Life by Future, Wanna by Gunna, and Shoot for the Stars by Pop Smoke. Those are my top 3.
Wait, what was the first one?
High Off of Life by Future.
Oh, okay. So no, we have none in common.
Yeah. Wanna, which is my favorite Gunna album.
I like Wanna.
I know. Chris
I'm
is-
just not that into Gunna.
I love Gunna. Dude.
I like him.
I fucking
I do
love
like
Gunna.
him.
I don't like. I like Lil Baby, but Gunna's just so much better than
I
Lil
like
Baby.
I
so
like
much.
Gunna. I don't really like that side. I'm on the complete other side of rap. Like,
Yeah.
there's a side that's like Gunna, Future,
Yes.
Lil Uzi,
Yes.
like Polo G,
I like Paul G.
Lil Baby, if I didn't already say that.
Yeah.
All those guys. And then there's the side of rap that's like Kanye, Kid
More
Cudi,
lyrical, more
Travis Scott.
influential.
Yeah, Pusha T.
Oh yeah, for sure. There are many
A$AP
sides of
Rocky.
rap. Like I hate it when people are like, "Oh, rap is so shit." It's like
No,
like
it's
all,
not.
all
You
this
just
like,
don't know.
like all this N-word bullshit, like all this like sex bullshit. Like, are you serious? Like,
Dude,
fucking
I-
sit down and
or, like,
listen.
dads-
I can tell my dad. I'll be like, sit down and I'll show you this album, and you'll change your perspective on what rap really is.
Yeah, I've been
For
into,
sure.
I've been into like 90s rock right now though.
I love '90s. I fucking love
Dude,
the '90s.
I'm into it so
it's
hard.
so good. I can like
Yeah.
play my playlist later,
Dude,
and you
I'm
guys would
so
love it.
90s
Sublime
rock
is my favorite band.
Nirvana, fucking Green Day, like the Cranberries, like I can fucking like, the Smashing Pumpkins, like they're so good, dude.
Sublime
Yeah.
shirt on right now.
The
I
Foo
am
Fighters
so
is
into
one of my personal favorites.
Sublime is my favorite band. I love Nirvana.
Yeah.
I love
Nirvana's great.
Smashing Pumpkins.
They're so good.
good.
we have
And Mo-
too.
my-
we have a couple records.
my dad was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I have
my
a couple of those too.
my dad was like music back in the day was better for me, and I was like, all right, let me listen. It is good. It is
It's
good.
great, but
so like you should go
different.
listen to my
Okay,
stuff now and
okay,
see what
here's,
it's like.
here's the dumbest thing ever of that statement.
What?
Here's the most retarded thing ever.
What I said in general?
What your dad said.
Oh.
What the music I grew up on was better than what you're growing up on.
That's opinion based.
Hey, fuckface. The
Yeah, that's my
music
dad.
that you grew up on is still around.
Yeah, it
and
is.
I can listen to
And
it.
I'm
at
growing up on
choice. And my library is a lot bigger than yours.
Yeah.
You didn't grow
No, no,
up
no.
with
And-
fucking
and
Spotify
I have a
and Apple
library.
Music.
I have a library, and you didn't. So
Right.
fuck
That-
you.
Exactly.
But that does not mean I can't listen to his music.
Yeah,
it's
no.
just I cannot grow up the same way he did with it. I am growing up with what is going on with my life right now. This music that's coming
And-
out with my like.
Well, yeah.
Ask them this: if they did they listen to the most popular music that was out at that time? No,
Yeah.
they didn't.
No.
And-
The very most popular, and they've only heard the most popular stuff of our generation,
Oh, yeah.
which we don't listen to.
Right.
Yeah.
And the thing is that every generation can say this. Like, there will always be people who are saying, look, you don't understand. You didn't see Queen live at their prime with Freddie
I mean, I wish I
Mercury."
did though.
I mean, and you didn't see Kurt Cobain live with Nirvana at their peak. Like, obviously we'll never get to see that.
Oh yeah, no.
And obviously, people from that still want to see that today. And
Yeah,
there's
for sure.
always gonna be people who can say that. Like always, throughout any generation.
When we're-
you
when we're
never
parents-
you never saw Elvis live, bro. You never saw the Beatles live. You never got to see any of that. But each generation can say that.
Yeah,
about
'cause when we're
one-
older, we're gonna be like,
and
"You didn't see Tyler in
Every
concert."
generation has amazing artists.
Oh,
and
yes.
amazing musicians who push boundaries
Mario
with
Judah
music.
slash.
And you just got to learn to appreciate while they're here. Like,
Yeah.
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 Even
it
the people you
sucks.
don't
it
like.
sucks that I'm not going to be able to see Kurt Cobain and Freddie Mercury live
Oh, yeah,
and
dude.
see them perform. But
we do get
the
to see
technology
Tyler,
that we
Creator,
have
and
for
all them.
concerts today
Mhm.
is nowhere near what they had in the 70s.
It's way better.
No.
And it's way better.
The
And in
technology is what
fact-
like makes
and
it
in
so much
fact-
better.
And in
Because
fact,
we utilize it.
Exactly.
there's an incentive
utilize the
nowadays
technology.
because more people do not make enough money off of their music that they put out.
Yeah, people
Like,
say
people do not make music off of DVDs anymore.
artists nowadays, from what I've heard, say that like they don't make a lot of money off the music industry. It's the collabs they do and like the other shit that they do outside of music is what makes
It's
them more
yeah,
money.
mostly people say it's the concert.
Exactly.
It's more incentivized to have better concerts now than it was in the 90s and 80s.
Yeah,
That's
you can-
just a fact.
You can make
Yeah.
you can make a shit album and have a good ass concert and be rich. I feel like.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you because like you think of like Astroworld, that was a huge. The Astroworld
Oh, yeah.
tour was a huge.
I wish I went on
thing.
that, to be honest. I'm so mad at myself.
Yeah, no, I should have gone too. But yeah, and also when when like old heads, they're like obsessed with like all those older bands. They're like, yeah, they always all they talk about is drugs. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Yeah,
Like,
no, I just
first of all,
also-
Sublime, they talk about drugs. The Beatles, so much LSD in acid.
so much LSD.
Literally, Lucy
Yeah.
in the Sky with Diamonds. Have you seen the Yellow Submarine?
Yes.
That is a trip in
Yes.
itself. It's and
Yeah.
all music talks about it. And people, and then there are old dudes that are like, oh, I don't like when they talk about drugs. What do you? That's every
Like the
all good
70s,
music talks about it.
like you know, like the 70s and 80s were like the fucking hippie ages, dude. That's when like drugs started like getting like
And-
huge.
And when we hear someone talking about sipping lean, that we're not gonna go, oh, this is cool. I'm gonna go do that. Like it's not what we think.
I mean, yeah,
Here's
totally did not do that.
well, here's the thing is that what was it? Oh, yeah, there was I'm not going to say her name, but it was a person who posted something who said we should stop giving like freedom to those like musicians who
What?
continuously break like norms and say inappropriate things and like
That's really
say
stupid.
shit.
That's
like
stupid.
censorship.
Yeah, that is.
Like say all this like dumb shit. We need to stop like forgiving them and like start holding them accountable. And I swipe up on the story and I go, Well, here's the problem with most musicians and most
Oh,
celebrities.
I want to know who said that so
is
bad.
that
I don't know.
I can tell you after.
All right, you're
Um,
perfect.
Most of the problem with like the musicians and all of those is that they're mentally ill.
Oh yeah,
Like,
and
they're
that's
not-
what they're
Yeah.
artists. Most good artists are.
And like I think that there's a
Kanye?
mental illness to
Yep.
whatever
Kurt Cobain.
whatever
Kid Cudi.
you do, whatever art form
Yeah,
you do. There's
drugs,
some sort of
yeah.
like mental illness inside of
Yeah.
you that makes you want to express it
Yeah,
and really wants
brings
to
out
make
creativeness
you. Yeah,
that
there's
you can't get without it. Yeah.
you can't get without it.
You have to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they utilize it. And it's
Exactly.
awesome.
And the problem is that you can't like have amazing music and all this amazing art and all these amazing movies without that mental illness. And they come
Absolutely
hand-
I feel like
they
you can
come
still be
hand
a
in hand.
you can still
And
be
you
a good
can-
artist though without mental illnesses. Obviously,
Just
I
not
feel
as
like.
good.
Right. Just well, I mean, yeah.
But you
But like every great, like
Yes.
even Rob Lowe, the most like
I've never
well
heard of that
put,
name.
fit together guy,
You know it is. Yeah. Have you seen
who
Parks and
like
Rec?
is very
there we
well
go.
He's in
spoken,
it, yeah.
says that he struggles from depression.
Yep.
He's like, and he says that he had really bad drug issues, and
Yeah,
he was an
yep,
alcoholic and all these other things, and even he being. That's what makes him such an amazing actor. That's what makes him him. I mean, you look at Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger is
I
the
was just about to say that, yeah.
like a
I wish
perfect
I
Perfect
example
example.
Yeah.
of what
Look at like
happens.
Joaquin Phoenix
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That dude's
have
insane.
you see him?
in
I mean,
interviews.
yeah, have you seen him in
His
interviews?
family was in like a cult when he
Remember
was like
his Oscar acceptance speech? He was like
he's crazy.
he was like I was like
Yeah.
that's
Who was
not
that guy that
Kanye is
really
another
famous-
perfect
a
example.
really famous actor? He killed himself. I think he died recently.
Oh wait,
Super famous.
Was he in the Hunger Games?
No,
Oh, never mind.
he was an older guy. He
I don't know.
Super famous. He was in a bunch of good movies.
I don't know.
Name a movie.
I forget the movies.
Oh, come on.
You know what? You have to know a
This is
movie.
fake news. This
Yeah,
is
dude.
fake news.
Yeah, and I
No,
don't know.
dude.
I just don't know
Forget
that.
his name.
We're exposing fake news over here, Charlie.
Forget his name.
Um,
Anyway, whatever.
yeah.
But a lot of those dudes, Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
You
And
gotta
she
think about- they and then they go to drugs because they're down,
Right.
because they want to be more creative, and then that leads to bad things. But while they're on the drugs, they create these things, so they talk about them.
Right.
They're not gonna lie because then it wouldn't
Yeah,
be as good. They wouldn't
exactly.
be authentic.
Wasn't Michael Jackson like that?
Oh, Michael, there was a lot of fucked up
Yeah,
shit with
there's
Michael
a lot of
Jackson.
Yeah.
fucked up shit with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
We were talking about this with Liz yesterday.
Michael Jackson's awesome though. Hey, there's two sides to every story, man.
Yeah,
There is two sides.
two
What were the
sides
kids
to
wearing?
him.
Dave Chappelle.
There are two
Dave
sides of
Chappelle
him for sure.
Yeah, no, did you see that the Neverland Ranch just got bought for $22 million?
That's so.
Can we talk
creepy.
about something that's so completely
Yes.
off topic?
Yes.
How the fuck
Pivot.
is Arby's buying Dunkin' Donuts or whatever it is and like B-dubs? Like you've seen commercials from them and you're like, all right, who the
It
fuck's-
sucks.
It sucks. But how the fuck are they getting this money from like all like everything? Because I've heard no one say like, "Oh, Arby's is so good." Like even like
I've
I know
actually
it's
never heard that.
I know
I've
it's like
never heard that.
I know it's on an East Coast thing. But whenever I go on YouTube and like I look up food reviews sometimes in my free time, I
I've
just
done
see
that, yeah.
nothing about like Arby's. And like now I just hear that they're buying shit. Like how the fuck are they getting money
Yeah,
for
where they
that?
getting- dude,
Like, I'm being dead ass. Like where the
Ever
fuck?
eaten
There-
at an Arby's?
At one time, it was in the middle of New York. We were the only people in there, me and my family. There was like some mountain scenery, really, really sad workers. The food was like not good, and I've never been since.
Dude, it
was
has to be like
terrible.
Breaking Bad
And
with
there
the
was
fucking-
nothing within like a 20-mile radius. It was just that Arby's, dude, and it was terrible. It's scary.
It sounds like some
It's
Breaking
not
Bad shit with the
Pennsylvania.
fucking chicken place.
Yeah,
What was
Los
that?
Pollos?
Yeah, like
Los
no,
Pollos?
go.
Dude,
Those spoilers from
if
Honestly.
you're in Pennsylvania and you go to fucking Arby's, you're a fucking loser.
Anywhere, dude.
Literally a fucking loser.
If someone ever texts me and is like, "Yo, you want something from Arby's?"
Dude.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
not
If
hanging out with
anyone
you.
ever says that,
You
I'm
live-
like, what the fuck?
You live in
That
New
person's a
England
murderer.
and you like hear about like obesity and like things in America with obesity, you're like, oh, I guess that's an issue, right? Like,
Yeah,
because
Pennsylvania's
people
bad,
in
right?
New England are like somewhat relatively kind of healthy, more.
Yeah, I have a fat side of me though.
Well, like
You're a skinny motherfucker
but
though.
you go to Pennsylvania, Go to the Walmart in Erie, Pennsylvania.
wanna-
It's a fucking aquarium.
That's
it's
awesome.
disgusting.
So it's like it's like a Costco in
They
Pennsylvania,
filmed
but like
Blackfish there.
It's ridiculous. Like you walk
Yeah,
in
dude.
and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Holy shit! I guess this is a problem.
It's awesome. You too.
And you go. There's a McDonald's at every
in
fucking
Wal.
block.
Oh,
There's
oh.
Sheetz.
Every block.
Every block.
I thought you were
there's
gonna
a
say it was in
fucking
Walmart.
Mickey's.
Dude,
Dude,
imagine.
Walmart's everywhere in fucking Erie.
It's not really that much in Massachusetts.
No,
there's-
it's
there's
nowhere
Like 4.
Yeah, there's some.
I
but
haven't been to
there's
Walmart
some.
in so long.
There's one in Brockton. There's one in
Costco.
Walpole.
Everywhere.
Gotta go to Costco. Costco keeps the
Wegmans.
Costco.
Wegmans
Yeah, there's one in
is big
Dedham.
down there,
Wegmans is
too.
the shit.
I've been to Wegman. It's
Yeah.
expensive.
They have sheets down there too. We don't have sheets.
What
I
is
think
that?
that's
What
the
is
reason
that?
why
What?
we're not
What?
fat.
We have sheets.
Sheet? No.
Wait, what are you talking
No,
about?
no, no,
What?
no. Sheets is a gas station.
Yeah, no idea.
Down in
No
Erie.
idea.
It's
I don't know
7-Eleven
this.
on fucking steroids. You can buy alcohol there. You know, they don't
You
have.
can buy alcohol at a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, but it's light shit like White Claws and beer.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
no
I
hard
guess
shit
you
there.
can, but like, it's barely. It's
How would you
barely
know?
allowed.
We've been to 7-Eleven before. You know we have.
I know, but they definitely have hard liquor.
No, they
like,
don't.
sell everything.
I've looked around there. I'm
No,
a-
they don't.
What?
They don't sell hard liquor.
Really?
Yeah, no, they don't.
I mean, I've never like
Yeah.
gone in there.
But, like,
with the
you can-
intention of buying alcohol.
Okay, well, the selection, they have an actual selection down there. Like, they have a walk-in cooler of, like,
a
alcohol. you can
walk-in
buy.
cooler.
Yeah. At Sheets. And then
A
you
wine
got, like,
cellar.
the slushies. You got an entire aisle of candy. And then you can actually order shit, and all the
What?
shit is good. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What?
Like, it's an actual fast food restaurant as well. So you can actually
That's
order shit.
I would live in there.
It's disgusting. It's so good.
awesome,
it's
dude.
disgusting.
Do they sell like meth and like heroin and shit?
No, I don't think that they
Oh.
got that.
Actually, well, no, because that would suppress the appetite.
Right.
So that'd be
maybe
pointless.
maybe they
They
have
would
it.
lose-
They
they
got
would
the
lose
guy
money.
outside. There might be a guy
No, but they
outside.
would need something that would.
There's
make them
always a
hungry.
guy
They would
selling
need
it.
something that
There's
would
a
make them
guy
hungry. Like, because like crack like suppresses appetite. I might have to start doing crack, dude. I need to lose some weight. Just start snorting a few lines.
Yes,
Every time I'm hungry,
sir.
and then I'm not hungry
Right.
anymore. It's that simple.
Right.
Why aren't people doing this? And it boosts your
Why
heart
did you
rate.
become a
lose
drug
weight.
addict, Charlie McGinnis?
I'm not a drug
You're
addict.
here
I'm just
in rehab.
proposing.
Yeah.
You're a 20-year drug addict.
Oh,
with
I thought you
cocaine.
were saying I am currently am. I was just proposing the
what
idea.
led you to make this?
Dude, I'm just trying to lose some weight, bro. Just bro, I'm fine. I'm literally fine. Just let me. I'm like 18 pounds
bro,
total.
bro.
I just
I
have
look
bones.
great. I look great. I don't know what the fuck
I only
you're
have
talking
muscles in my right arm, so I can just roll and snort.
about. Oh my
I
god.
lose all muscles. and
There's,
tendons. I don't have a heart
You know
anymore.
Stevie-O? He like
Steve-O?
burnt.
Steve-O is the
I've heard of them.
He burnt the inside tissue of his
Oh my God, dude.
nose.
yeah,
so he-
he's
so he can, like,
insane with,
because he
I love the
did so much
documentaries.
coke that the inside muscles
Yep.
of his nose like
Frozen.
burnt off.
Yeah, they're frozen.
And so he
off,
can
yeah,
like
basically.
take a shoe string and put it through his nose and make it come out the other end.
Yeah, he like has like a septum piercing, without getting it pierced. Also, he was really into whippets. And whippets, I hate dude. I've never done whippets. Obviously, I've obviously never done like that. Like it's so stupid, dude. You're just inhaling nitrous oxide, which pushes oxygen out of your lungs. I think I might
Yeah.
be very wrong about this.
Right.
Yeah, that's oxygen. That has to do with oxygen too. So then there's less oxygen that gets to your brain. So it literally just makes you more stupid. Literally. But then people are like, "Oh, it feels cool, man." Like just do crack at that point. Like
right.
come on.
Exactly. Why do that when you do crack?
I know.
Exactly.
If you're gonna risk that much,
Or
just do like
cocaine, guys.
What is with you
It's the
and
same
coke?
thing.
What do you mean? Have you looked up this shit for cocaine? I'm not saying I would
No.
ever do that, bro, but like,
Have you seen the
When would
document,
you
the
do-
video?
Have you
about-
seen
when
the-
would you do
Have you seen
coke?
Gordon Ramsay?
When would you do coke?
if I ever do it when I'm older, I'm never gonna do that now, though.
Right.
There would have to be a
obviously, but
stupid-
when-
That there would have to be like a time period.
Right.
where I'd be
what's the
like,
time period?
Wolf of Wall Street. I need to stay up.
So you
I need to make
Yeah.
millions.
Have you seen the scene from Scarface, dude, where he fucking takes it and just like eats bullets
Oh
and
my
just like
God,
goes
it's the
like in
best scene.
berserk and
Well, that
so
is
like goes
fake.
in.
That is the best scene ever, where he's on the table and there's just
Mounds.
mounds of cocaine.
I love
on
that
the
movie,
And he has,
guys.
like, an AK.
I always say I
Fantastic.
love that movie. It's just
Such a
so
badass
my
sick.
God.
movie. Such a
Play
badass
games?
movie.
Play games?
Dude.
It's so
That
good.
movie and
The entire like movie is quotable. It's so amazing when you get like a movie.
I've actually never seen that movie start to
You
finish.
get the fuck
It is.
out of here.
I'm sorry. Get
I
out.
need to.
It's so good.
We should watch it tonight.
I'm down to watch it tonight.
I'm down too.
I'm down.
Dude,
100%.
oh my god.
Say hello, my little
Steve
friends.
was awesome though.
What?
Hey, have you ever seen the video of him butt chugging?
Mm.
So cool.
Great.
So
And that's
funny,
one of the
dude.
best videos ever. Of
And
him
he's on the god.
taking
Gets-
2 beers.
He's gotten so many injuries.
Yeah, no. He's like the fact
He's-
that
he's-
man is still alive.
How
is
is
like,
that gives me hope.
it
dude.
gives. It's so crazy when you hear like some people accidentally die, and then you hear Steve-O just somehow
Dude, I think I'm gonna
alive.
live forever.
What?
You know why? I'm gonna live forever. You know why?
Why?
Because the other day, it was 2 days ago. Yesterday, it was yesterday.
Okay.
I was maybe 2 days ago. I don't remember. It was 3 days ago. Anyway, I was at the gym, and so like when you work out, you're supposed to like, keep your heart rate below. You're, like at 180 is like high. Like
Okay.
that's what you should be getting to work out and like really try 180.
Okay.
And mine was at like 190, and I was like, I'm gonna see how high I can get my heart rate.
Okay.
So I got it to like 220 almost.
Were you
I don't think that's safe at all.
No, it's not.
I think
No.
that's really dangerous.
Per
Right.
minute.
Well, that's
Yeah.
one of the biggest
Yeah,
things
per
about
minute, like 250 and 220, and I'm gonna live forever because my heart's.
our
Cheetah
generation
heart.
too is there was a period of time where I was El Sobreto and I did nothing and I worked out at the gym like a fucking religious.
I remember that.
nut.
I remember that in
I've
freshman
been doing that.
freshman year. That was you. I
Yeah,
think
I
it
was. Yeah, that was me through freshman year, a little bit through sophomore year.
You
but not
changed so fucking.
I like
Yeah.
this first better.
Yeah,
I like this
you
one
were
better.
like that normal like white kid who just went to school and just did that other shit. Who just like brought their lunch and did everything like that. You like, and I've seen so much
Yeah,
growth
dude.
from you. I feel like so to a point where
People
I'm
who
like,
bring their lunches are normal.
Yeah,
I mean, no, it's just the way you were like. We're just like you were like a no package. You just like put the sauce. Like you want
Yeah,
a
now
chicken
it's
Caesar
just, like-
salad every fucking
Now
day.
you show up, grab like a piece of bread off the ground. Oh, this works, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah. The
exactly.
day I ordered McDonald's to high school.
Oh, that was awesome.
And they were like, they
They're like,
got,
"Yeah, what are you
mad
doing?"
at me. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, what do
Shut
you mean?
up.
What am I doing? I'm eating.
I'm
Get out of
eating
my,
my
push him out of the way.
fucking
Eat McDonald's.
Yeah, facts. Get the fuck out of here. No, but that I just like dumb shit like that. But I used to work out like a religious nut, and dude, the things that some of the athletes do, because I like really started to
yeah.
just hang out with like the meatheads and shit like that. Like when you're at the gym, you just naturally have friends there. So I became friends with some of the guys who just were obsessed with the gym, and it was so crazy. Some of the things the guys were doing. I mean, like the amount of like pre-workout,
creatine.
snorting
Snorting
creatine, and like
taking-
actually.
Taking multiple scoops of creatine
Yeah.
dry and then washing it with
I
water.
remember
I did that
friend-
one time.
I've done it. I've done it multiple times.
Like it's different. It really is different.
And then they rely on like pre-workout. What? Dude,
Right,
what?
and then they were like, "Oh, we're sober. We're sober.
Yeah.
We're
caffeine,
healthy."
When you're taking that much caffeine and creatine,
yeah, like right now.
that's not
Right.
healthy.
Yeah, no.
That's not, your body
I
doesn't
love.
have that.
I love when people are like they're so addicted to caffeine, but they're like, "There's no drugs here."
There-
yeah, and
there's
when
no
yeah.
drugs here.
people take creatine and they're like, oh, your body your body naturally makes it. Hey, you know your body also naturally makes DMT.
Isn't no
Right.
creatine.
So if I'm taking DMT, if I was tripping on DMT right now, does that mean I'm sober?
Yeah, no, you're
No.
sober.
And heroin actually boosts dopamine levels, so I'm still sober.
Yeah, no. That's
It's-
facts.
dopamine is natural.
Drugs is
There-
just
there are-
dopamine released, and
dude,
dopamine's
I'm
natural.
so-
There are
so-
pros and cons to everything.
What?
There are pros and cons
Oh,
to everything.
dude, Midnight
Literally
Gospel-
everything.
Like these kids are like taking all this. I remember this one kid. He would take 4
Yeah, it's
Advil
bad, dude.
before football
Yeah,
games.
it's
Okay, no.
You're talking about Generation
lot of
Zs.
people take Advil
You're talking
for
about
football games, so I don't
Gen
feel-
Zs doing this. So like these kids
And they're
play
kids too.
they
They're young.
play video games all summer long.
Mm-hmm.
They're lazy as fuck.
And yeah, go
And then-
straight into hard. Sports.
Hard workout sports, like 3 hours a day, 2 to 3 hours
They're
every
putting their
single
bodies
day.
through hell.
5 days a week.
Yeah.
You sometimes 6 or 7 days a week. Like insane amounts, and then you have kids just on creatine taking 4 pills of
Yeah, it's
Advil
bad.
before.
It's
You
bad.
have like a bunch of injuries. This is not how like
No,
shit
dude.
works.
That's
you can't
not
just go
not
from
how
this to
it's-
that
it's
in like a
just-
That's
snap
not.
of
That's not how
fingers.
you get
You
ripped.
slowly
That's not how you get in good
increase,
shape. That's bad for your heart.
and the fact that they just like openly say that this is good.
Yeah, I know.
Like we know that this isn't bad. It's the
I
same
bet
thing with sleep.
I bet in like 15 years they're gonna be like, why did we take so much creatine? Like it's bad. It's
Yeah,
like, it's like
I know.
cocaine.
Yeah, no,
Obviously it's not gonna be that bad, but like people are gonna look back and be like, oh wow, that was bad.
yeah, no, that's
really bad.
gonna be the cigars
It's bad
back
that
in the day.
15-year-old kids were taking a bunch. Yeah, it's gonna be cigarettes. Yeah.
Yeah, cigarettes.
Yeah, well, we're still. I mean, we're
'Cause
still
it's
just
so
kids.
new. It's so new.
Yeah, I know. We're still just kids, but like, I do see that happening
like,
to
there's-
someone.
Kind of hope
There's
it's like
this
that. 'cause I
push
can say
to
that I've
do
done it.
drugs, I think,
It's kind of funny.
in all types, no matter if it's caffeine,
Yeah.
nicotine, weed, alcohol, fucking caffeine, all this shit. Advil now, where kids are just like just taking all
Vitamins,
this
gummy
shit.
vitamins,
Shut
guys.
the fuck up. No one's addicted to that. No one's talking about that shit.
I used to like those as a kid.
I ate so many of those.
Wait, what would happen? No, I just want to say, like, why were we only allowed to take 2 at a time? I feel like.
Well, like it would, you just like pee it out, I think, or like, I think you're okay. Okay. Why are you showing me this now?
Because it's a Snapchat I just got.
What?
Oh, okay. It's a little odd. Do you want to share?
Yeah, read it off.
Matt, you want? No, I can't read. I'm dyslexic. Matt,
I don't think we're allowed to say that.
Matt, you gotta read it off, or Charlie. We have to read it off now.
Wait, who is it from?
It has to be read.
That's the number one question.
You have to read it. Fucking
Can I
read
tap
it. No, read
You
it.
don't know who
Read
it is.
it.
It's some
All right. Quote unquote.
a
from the
Snapchat that Charlie got.
I currently
Me.
11:08.
Kiss 101.
Baby, do you want to have sex with me? Then tell me today I am alone at home. I will have sex with you just for free.
Oh, dude, I didn't know that was coming. I didn't know that was coming.
Just for free. You don't have to pay. Yo, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here.
Who is that? Who is that?
Just some random
Oh,
Snapchatter. It's probably some fucking
Some lark, dude.
yeah.
Fucking
it's
lark.
not real. It's probably like a bot.
Person, dude.
No,
I'll
it's
say something
not.
that.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It's not a real person. Get
It's
the
a
fuck
lark.
out of here. It's a bot. That's funny
I
as
know
fuck though. The way Matt read it was hilarious. All right, we got anything else to talk about?
I'm done.
I'm chilling, dude.
I came in halfway
that
through.
was a killer podcast.
I like
that.
the
That was
podcast.
good.
That was a
That
pretty
was
good
a
one.
good one, dude.
Yeah, no, we had a lot of switch ups in and outs.
Dude,
This is a pretty
pivots.
short podcast.
Pivots,
though,
boom, boom, boom,
but-
boom.
Wait, how long
Jabs,
was it? Wait,
jabs,
when
boom,
did I
boom.
when did I come in? How deep were you
We
guys
probably
in
were
when I
like 15
came?
minutes in. Not very long in.
Oh.
Not too far in.
Oh,
How
sure.
long was that?
I think it was
did
a
we do that
half
for?
hour, probably.
How
Honestly.
long are we
how long
going
did we
right
record
now?
Oh, it's an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay, that's not bad.
Ooh, I thought it was
Yeah.
like 45 minutes, dude. That
No.
flowed. Nice.
All right.
Yeah, no. Shit times here. All right. Peace out, motherfuckers.
See ya.
Stay tuned
ya.
for the next one.
Go to Lost Lighter.